I don't risk like overheating my laptop and becoming a robot.
Oh yeah.
Regardless, but
Okay, it says that I'm live. Oh, I want to put that up first. And oh boy, Twitch is playing ads, and I'm getting no money for it.
mm.
That's to be expected. But yeah, people should start trickling in sometime soon. I'm gonna make an announcement in the Discord.
Oh, cool. Or Old Spice, my favorite advertising.
Is it the Terry Crews Old Spice?
No, it's like a different black man.
It should be Terry Crews. He's got like what, 30-inch biceps or something? That's ridiculous.
Like when he plays drums with his body.
Goals right there.
Hey, your chat's in 1 day followers only mode.
What's that mean?
I don't know, but I went to send like a little emote.
Oh, that's
I have to follow you. Wait, up next. What? Did you already end your stream? I'm so confused.
Nope, it didn't end it. It shouldn't be in a...
Twitch is a nightmare. What the fuck? It just took me to another stream for no reason. Take me back.
Yeah, chat should be like anyone should be allowed. It's not... I see the setting for followers only, and it's definitely not clicked.
Am I like not logged in?
Maybe you have to be logged in or something.
No, I am because I'm me.
D2. Yes, and now I want to ping everybody. Everyone enjoy your ats.
Oh yeah, I have 3. Okay, hold on. Let me try it on my laptop and see if it's just some bullshit mobile thing.
Yeah, Twitch and YouTube just be like, we want everything to be friendly on mobile. Meanwhile, on my phone, it's like, I press one thing and it takes 5 seconds and then like presses 4 buttons and lags out. And YouTube, like, you can't turn off the screen and play YouTube videos. That's why no one wants it to be on mobile. And I just don't see how you can watch something in like such a tiny screen. That hurts my eyes. But I'm not here to rant about YouTube or Twitch. I'm here to talk about the draft stream. And I think I see people starting to trickle in. Am I not mistaken on that? So
I can't tell you.
Anyone who's here, like, if anyone's actually tuned in, like, welcome. I'm so glad that people are here to watch the D2 draft stream. I'm joined by... Oh, I see you there, Zayne. I see you there.
Yeah. Okay, apparently it was a mobile thing. What up? What is happening?
Gonna tweet this out.
We're good.
Yeah, cool. People are here. So welcome everyone to the Pokemon Tri-League, or the something Trainers League. What's a word that starts with P that implies that we're all bad at Pokemon?
Try Hard League. Wait, that's opposite.
The Pokemon Try-Hard League. Well,
yeah.
So this league has a total of 48 coaches in it, which is kind of ridiculous. We're probably one of the biggest leagues in terms of active participants, but in terms of like active viewers, you know, that's a whole nother story. But you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. You know, we've got some really quality content from people. So this is the draft stream for Division 2. So of all the 48 coaches, like 16 of us are in D2. I'm in D2. Wayne is in D1, but you know,
I'll be in D2 next season.
Oh yeah, because you're cursed. We'll go over that another time. So yeah, this is for everyone in D2. We're going to be going over that draft, which are we? Has it not happened yet? The draft did it happen a month ago, or when did the draft happen? Let's just assume that it's never happened, and I'm seeing all these picks for the very first time, including my own. I'm going to be making picks in like 3 minutes, not over the course of 2 days.
Yeah, it's the fastest draft you've ever seen.
Fastest draft you've ever seen. And I've actually participated in speed drafts, and this is like, something else. So I'm just going to go straight ahead into the rules of this draft stream. So, dear Google, how do drafts work? Google says, what? Okay, so each team, there are 16 teams total. We'll go over all the teams in just a bit. Required to draft 10 to 12 Pokemon based on point system, because point systems are, better. The draft is a snake format, so it'll go 1 to 16, and then 16 to 1, and so forth, 1 to 16. Then, it's going to go in one order, then reverse, then go back. The total budget, we have a budget of 130 points. So every Pokemon is, that's going to be, so 130 for 10 to 12 Mons total. And you don't necessarily have to use all those points. You can have 1 or 2 or 6 left over, whatever you please. The price of each Pokemon is ranked from 20 points, that's the top, to 1, that's basically for your memes and your shitmons. And the prices are determined by the viability of, their viability in draft format. The people creating the point system, we've played in drafts a lot, and so it gets better over time. No point system is perfect, but yeah, that's what we got. And I guess this doesn't really matter, but any Pokemon not listed are valued as 1 point. So that's like lots of NFE stuff, lots of Little Cup Mons, and all that.
For those of you drafting at home.
Anyway, so let's quickly go over the draft order, the people participating, the teams and stuff. So
it's important.
16 coaches. We have Danny and the Munchlaxer United getting the number 1 pick. We've got Moki and the Golden City Gardevoirs, Shade and the Calgary Talonflames, Ian Surrey Stingers, Viva La Pasco and the Whitney Miltanks, Poiple Charlie and the Shanghai Dragons, D.I. Gremlin and the South and Stoutlands. I'm sorry, there's some teams that I can't really pronounce well. Some Nerd and the Vancouver Tapu Canucks, Super Salamence 93 and the Portsmouth, Bredabus and Magcargo Bredaviv, Joey and Los Angeles Nido Kings, Red Sparks Vicavolts and Dolphins Squared. I'm lost.
David Ryan and the Dynamo Bucharest.
How do you pronounce that? It's Bucharest, right?
Yeah, sure.
Broadcrawler 1 and the Leuven Larvatars, J-Law and Sacramento Sandshrews, and Spanik at the Disco and the New York Rangers. So that's everyone in their respective order. The teams participating, so yeah. I'm going to be drinking coffee while we draft because I need to stay alert and caffeinated. Damn, this is some good coffee. So, let's get straight into the first pick, right? So this is Munchlaxer United. Danny is going to be picking. You want to make some guesses as to what it'll be? Like, what's the most broken thing that we have available in this draft?
I mean, probably Yanma, right?
Probably. I mean, that was my top choice. Now he picks up Tapu Lele, which this is probably the most broken thing that we've ever allowed in this.
I mean, we'll have to see because I mean we've never even we haven't seen any battles with it yet. So
we haven't seen any battles with it yet.
Maybe it's the new Age of Slash, and I'm free of the curse.
It could be. You could be free of the curse. It could be like the Lele curse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next pick is Celesteela. Celesteela is yet another completely broken thing, another thing that I wanted to try. I've wanted to try Celesteela in so many leagues, but it always goes like round 1 or 2, which is ridiculous because it's such a good Pokemon.
Celesteela was on the championship team both times.
Yeah, go figure.
In the Precursor League.
Yeah, it's an insanely good Pokemon, but it's so easy to build around. So let's see what
it looks like.
It's a ridiculous looking mon with so many unnecessary details, but yeah, it looks like a rocket.
I don't think I've ever noticed what Celesteela actually looks like, except that time I tried to draw it.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
third pick is Mega Latias. That's
Ooh.
one of those 20-point mons, Mega Latias, and I think Tapu Lele. Those are the only two. But yeah, Shade picks up Mega Latias, which is extremely broken in this format, in my opinion. It's just like, wow, just, yeah. Wow, Mega Latias. Not surprised to see it go in like the first 5 or whatever, but
Got some good stats.
it's got some good stats. Yeah, that's an understatement. All right, and so next up we got Ian picking Mega Lopunny. So
classic.
yeah, classic. One of the better mons in Draft League. Definitely a viable round 1 pick. So
For sure.
Not
I've never
surprising.
used it, but it's really annoying to deal with.
I'm in the same boat. I've never used it before. It's not something that I would personally be good at building with, but it's really difficult to build around. So definitely round 1, super good mon here. All right, next pick, Mega Mawile.
Ooh.
Will picks up Mega Mawile, which you've used this before, right?
Yeah, that was my NSDL first round pick.
Yeah, Noob Spicy Trash League first round pick. It's
Yeah.
I mean,
Pretty
it's
good.
not the most broken thing in League, but it's still insanely good. The Fairy Steel typing is probably one of the best ones that there is,
Oh, for sure.
and you can build really good cores around it. And
You just click moves.
It just clicks moves, and it's like, oh, Mawile's in, something dies.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Tapu Koko.
That's fine. Ooh.
Ellie not letting me get my mascot pick, which is
No.
the most rude thing ever.
He
but
will never.
I'll never get my mascot pick. But yeah, Tapu Koko is, really good. So many things that it does well. Fast Boy, Fairy Boy, Electric Boy. It's like electric terrain just makes it super powerful, and it just, can clean up teams so easily.
Just draft Nidoqueen, you're good.
That's one way. Or Doug Trio, which is the only way I've ever been able to deal with Tapu Koko. Otherwise, it would have just steamrolled my entire team that one time.
Yeah.
All right, so next pick is Mega Latios, the big brother of, or is it big brother or little brother? Either way, it's another really, really good Mega in the format.
sure.
Mega Latios has so many good setup opportunities, and it's just stats are so good. It can even run Dragon Dance to be viable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I learned recently that Latios doesn't even get Dragon Dance. For some reason, I thought they just both did, and no one ever ran physical Latios, but it's just Latios.
Yeah. I just realized I don't have any background music playing, which I intended to have, so let me get that started up real quick.
Ooh.
Yeah, shout out to Glitch City and the Pokemon
Say-
remixes.
Oh, I thought you were going to play some Lonely Island.
No, I'm still playing that all the time at home. So if anyone in the chat says the music is too loud or too quiet, I think I got the settings just right. But yeah, should be music in the background now. I don't know why I didn't get that. But anyway, so
Casual.
next pick, some nerd picks up Landorus Incarnate. Which,
Oh, yeah, that was your first round pick.
yeah, this is an absolute trash mon, and whoever picked it should just feel bad about themselves, and this draft is going to do horribly.
Straight to 16th on the power rankings.
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
is round 1.
Well, everyone's going straight to 16th because, well,
Nah, I gave Brett first. He's the only one.
all right. So next
Yeah.
pick,
Yeah.
we have someone wanted to get cursed. Brandon, Super
Ooh, the
Salamence
curse.
93 picks up the cursed sword, Aegislash. You can see its
Good
shield
pick.
literally says 666.
Whoa!
Yeah. Or if you
That's like some Naruto shit.
yeah, or it says 69, 69, 69, whatever, whatever you want, but either way, this mon is cursed. It makes you go straight to 16th in the league standings, and it's
Also true.
yeah. But in all seriousness, Aegislash is actually really good if you play with it right, which
Yeah. All you gotta do.
I was not able to play with it correctly. Instead, I just cursed me. But we'll see if the curse is broken and just transferred onto the Tapu Lele.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, next pick, Kurum Black. Brett picks up Kurum Black, which is... It hits so hard. Yeah. It's like, give Kurum the physical Z ice move. It's like, wow. So good first round pick.
Another mod I haven't used, but is like pretty spooky.
It's spooky to play against for sure. I mean, it's like on paper, prepping for it is, you know, somewhat straightforward, but then you're battling and it's in, and something just died, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah, they should give it Ice Punch.
Straight to Ubers. Straight to Ubers.
Yeah, hey Trog, we're getting music too loud.
Music too loud, okay. Let me change that real quick. Sorry, guys.
Can't hear our dulcet tones.
Alright, let's try that. Anyway, so yeah, if it's you know, if that's fine. But otherwise, next pick is Zygarde, 50%.
Oh yeah, classic.
Classic first round pick. It's, you know, it's been proven too powerful for the standard play.
OU, right?
It's been proven too powerful for OU. I don't know if it's too powerful for draft yet or not.
I don't know. Is Zygarde Complete already Ubers? I thought they didn't like ban abilities.
Zygarde Complete was put straight to Ubers, like power.
That's what I thought. I was just like.
But even then, it was like at first 50% was like, oh, that looks fine, but now it's like, oh, it's too powerful.
I don't know. They banned Arena Trap. I don't know how like viable the Smogon meta really is.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's insanely good for Draft League. You know, you get one
really
Dragon Dance. It's so tough to prep around sometimes. Well, 4 times Ice Weakness, but it's so bulky that it can like tank an Ice Punch.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ice Shards do like HP Ices and Ice Shards. You're just like you do a 50% hit maybe.
Yeah,
sucks.
All right, shout out to everyone in the chat. We actually have some people tuning in, so yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to the D2 draft stream. We are on, next pick is Mega Gallade. Dolphin picks up Mega Gallade, which, if I recall, that was like one of the most insanely good Pokemon in Gen 6 draft. Like late Gen 6, Mega Gallade was like one of the most sought after. It's still insanely good, great speed tier, gets like Swords Dance, and yeah, just a really good mon. And
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, you can argue first round pick, but once you're getting into the back half of the draft, you know, if you got a plan, you got to go with it.
Yeah. All right, next up we got Mew.
Mew.
So Mew is like literally does everything. It's some people consider it to be the best mon in draft format because, you know, what are you gonna prep for? Physically offensive, especially offensive, defensive, support. Like what's it gonna be? Like
annoying. Basically, I have a special intel that this pick was a pretty big snipe, actually.
Well, in every this entire draft was a giant snipe. Like
that's also true.
So. Yeah, I mean, so many people want Mew. Like the first like 6 picks were all snipes for me. Like Landorus was, you know, on my radar.
I remember that,
but it was like kind of down there. It's like, oh, Lele's gone, Coco's gone, Celesteela is gone, Nigga Mawile is gone. And it's like, stop, that hurts. Yeah. All right. Anyway, coming up towards the end of the round, we got Bloodcrawler picking up Tapu Bulu. So I've used Bulu before. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, what's your switch in for this Tapu Bulu? What's your switch in for Banded Woodhammer? Like, what could that like 2-hit KO Skarmory or something? It's Bulu.
No, absolutely not. Get out of here. It probably does like maybe like a third or some shit.
But still, it's like Bulu just breaks down so many walls, and it's like yeah.
Look at those packs, man.
Yeah, check it out. It's like chest day every day.
Skip chest day. Yeah.
All right, so I think this is the 15th pick that we're on now. Mega Diancie. J-Law picking up, you know, Mega Waifu herself, Sailor Moon, and yeah, I'm a fan of Mega Diancie. It's really good, especially if it's like cleanup crew, like, you know.
Oh yeah.
it's just once you eliminate your opponent's Scarfer, the opponent's like it can even break through steel types most of the time, unless they have bullet punch. Yeah, this is
got good coverage.
Yeah, anyways, and coming up to the very end of this round 1, we've got Landorus Therian. I was wondering if this was gonna go or not.
Yeah. Stuck by, but couldn't make it all the way.
Yeah, so Landorus T is obviously really good. So, some people think it's better than Landorus Incarnate in draft format, which...
it might be.
Yeah. So really great mod, really versatile.
Different roles.
Yeah, it's like, got rockers. It's a great Z user.
Oh, yeah. He's got cool cloud.
It's got the what? Yeah. So anyway, so that is the end of the first round. I've got a thing up here that shows all the picks that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Wayne, what was your favorite round 1 pick?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're all pretty good. Like all definitely like viable round 1 picks. All the broken stuff went. All the standard stuff like Megalob, Zygarde.
Oh yeah, the top tier megas.
All the top tier megas. All the
Sounds like Zard, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so we're gonna start getting into round 2. So, according to the snake order, because Spanik picked last this round, he is going to get the first pick of round 2. So it's got the wheel.
So we call the wheel.
The wheel. Wheelie boys.
Nice timing.
Yeah. Alright, so he picks up Mega Charizard X. There it goes.
Well, there
the top tier Mega that you were wondering who let it go by.
No, that's some offense right there.
It's some offense. It's like, and it's it's really great core to start out with.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of it. Anyway, so next up in round 2, we've got Hydreigon.
Ooh, classic Hydreigon.
Be gone, Thought.
I like Hydreigon. It's pretty good.
I like Gray's nickname for Hydreigon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, next up we got Heatran. So
that's
classic Bulutran. So I'm gonna be a little bit controversial here and say that Bulutran's not the greatest in the world. It's like, what? How? What do you mean? It's
Oh, I thought you were gonna quote that meme where it's like, oh, I made like the quarters with it or something. Like that friggin' shade and Ian always post.
Nah. It's I've used Bulutran before. It's cool, but I mean it all depends on the rest of his draft. It could do really well, or it could just be kind of like he needs to bring certain sets every week. But
yeah. Okay, so far.
Yeah.
I'll give him 15th in the power ranking.
Alright, so next up, Ryan picks up Zapdos. So Mew and Zapdos are pretty powerful together. Zapdos is probably one of the best defoggers, actually weak to rocks, but Mew's also a great defogger.
That's you got double defog.
Double defog. So yeah, I'm a fan of this. Hazard's just be gone. And Zapdos is just a really great Pokemon on its own. Like between it and Mew, it's like 2 things that can do like agility pass too. Which, by the way, you're allowed to baton pass either speed alone or any stat that's not speed. So it's like you can do curse pass, you can do like a calm mind pass, you can do agility pass but nothing else, or like speed boost but nothing else. So it's not like, OU where any kind of baton pass is just broken as crap. It's, League is a completely different meta, but... Alright, next up we got Excadrill. Dolphin picks up Excadrill, which it's definitely a early round pick. A super powerful Pokemon. Can run great sets in or out of the sand. Like Scarf Mold Breaker is a really good set. Rapid spin support is probably one of the best spinners in League format, and just pretty decent typing overall.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to deal with.
Yeah, so some really powerful physical offense on this team going on right now. Next up, Mega Venusaur, the thickest mon that we really know of. It's so thick that it gets thick fat. And it's like, what is there to break down Zygarde and Venusaur?
Articuno. Wait, no. Kind of.
Kinda. I mean, yeah, Articuno is underrated. If we don't see Articuno get picked, I'm gonna got my eyes on you. So
Yeah.
it can surprisingly break down a lot of cores that it's like, what can possibly break this? Nothing breaks that. It's like Articuno.
Easy.
Yeah, Venusaur is really great. It switches into like a ton of things, and because of thick fat, it's like you don't have the double ice weakness going on right now.
Ooh, Jinx is another one.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Mega Alakazam. So, Alakazam hits insanely hard. It's more frail than it's basically a glass cannon. Super frail, but super powerful. It's one of the speediest things that there is. And it can
is out of control.
It can control all of those spoons with its mind. It's like, I am more powerful than these spoons.
He eats a lot of soup. All right.
It's a lot of soup. I eat soup with my mind. I'm too powerful.
Liquid diet. Yeah. And also, Trace is out of control. Never bring in Ultra Beast against this thing.
Oh geez, never Ultra Beast or like a Nidoqueen or Landorus. It's like, oh, Sheer Force Alakazam? No, thank you. Speed Boost Alakazam? Even worse. Beast Boost? Oh god, I'm getting nightmares already. Alright, next up we got Tapu Fini. So this is starting to look like a disgusting team, if I do say so myself.
That's a good synergy.
Yeah. Aegislash, I mean, it is cursed, but it's got a great typing. Tapu Fini is not so cursed, and it's got a fantastic typing.
Right. And you get up that Misty Terrain. You can't burn the Aegislash. That's usually one of the big things. You know, like you could stop with it. I just outspeed it and Will-O-Wisp or something, but not today.
Yeah, because Aegislash, even though it's kind of floating, it's not levitate, so it does get all of the benefits of Misty Terrain, and it can switch into dragons. Just like it already can switch into dragons pretty well, but it's like, what?
You don't even bring a dragon against this team.
Nah,
there's no point.
Just it's too powerful for dragons. All right, next up, some nerd picks the Weavile, which this is a terrible pick, and it's like but for real, I picked Weavile because it's like, what is the best thing to beat Landorus? Weavile.
It's true. You just pick your own counters.
Yeah, pick my own counter. It's like that. Oh, shout out to whoever is hosting me. It looks like right now. Cool. That's nice.
Yeah.
So
Weavile is really good in 4th gen. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, because 4th gen leagues are certainly a thing, right?
Yeah.
But for real, I just want to start out with some disgusting offense. So that's kind of my goal right here. Next up, Necrozma. So
the classic.
the classic dual bulky psychic core going on right here.
Yeah. Good luck.
Super, like, there's so much setup in this team already, and it's just like so bulky, and it's Necrozma's scary, not gonna lie. It's like so geometric and just like daunting, and anyway, next up we got Tornadus Therian, which it and Coco, that's like starting to be some really really gross offense. Awesome. Tornti is really great. It's super fast. Coco's also fast, so this is like
those speed tiers are dope.
Yeah, it's like a Sonic team. It's like
it's a little red belly button.
That's curious design choices on Tornti, but I love Tornti because it can be like special or physical, and it's tough to prep for either of those.
That bulk up Tornti set back in STL almost did it.
Yeah. Cue the how to draw Sonic video, but I don't want to break everyone's ears or my own. All right, next up is Thundurus Incarnate.
Oh,
okay, so
that's a good one.
What does Mawile struggle with? It struggles with it's not Sonic. What does Thundurus do? It spreads yellow magic, which Mawile loves yellow magic on the opponent's team. So it's like,
what are you talking about?
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not giving anyone ideas or anything. It's like, oh, Thundurus, you should, not run that anyway. But I think this is a really great pick that synergizes with Mawile. You know, you got some physical powerhouse, and it was like Thundurus' special powerhouse, and just has a lot of really great support options.
Yeah, you got Sword Stance, you got Nasty Plot.
Yeah, Nasty Plot, baton pass into Mawile, right? That's the thing that happens.
Yeah.
But nah, it doesn't get baton pass at all. That would be kind of broken.
No.
All right, next pick, we've got Clefable.
Ooh,
this
spicy.
is the Clefable is a fat pink blob.
Bubblegum.
Yeah. So like anything that basically beats Migalopony, it's like, oh, Clefable says hi. So it's like really great pick on Ian's part right here. That's kind of gross how we let him get Clefable this late. Which it's only round 2, but it's like the end of round 2, so there have been like over 20 picks already.
Oh yeah. Nah, Clef goes early.
Yeah. So yeah, really great addition to his team right there. So next, Infernape. Shade picks Infernape. Between that and Latias is some really good offense, and you know, Infernape loves to switch around U-turn and stuff, and that's
Yeah, he's a good monkey man.
Yeah, great rock user, and it's like, you know, do the monkey dance.
He's actually got the opposite of fingerless gloves. He's got like
he's just got finger gloves. Yeah.
Yeah. It's close.
All right, and next up, we're getting towards the end of round 2.
Making shit up.
Moki picks Victini. Part of the series of like, oh, what does my round 1 pick lose against? It's like, let me just pick that. So Victini is insanely good Pokemon. It's like V-Create, hits like a truck. Yeah, so good pick on that one. We're starting to see a lot of offensive fire types go now.
Yeah. I think Moki went with your strategy of picking something that's a good counter to your first pick.
Yeah, that's a perfectly fine way to draft your original core, especially if they work well together.
Yeah.
All right, and end of round 2.
Round 2, right?
Danny picks up Keldeo.
Ooh.
Keldeo being, you know.
Oh my gosh, that's bright.
Yeah.
Saucy.
Oh, why did I choose that? I made all these slides, by the way. So anyone wondering, it's like, oh, who made all of these beautiful looking slides? Well, Gray made most of the bases for them, but I powerhoused all of these. So yeah, I don't know why I chose that sprite for Keldeo. Let's get to the recap of round 2 now. So yeah, we got Keldeo, Victini, Infernape, Clefable, Thundurus Eye, Torntea, Necrozma, Weavile, Tapu Fini, Megazam, Mega Venusaur, Excadrill, Zapdos, Heatran, Hydreigon, and Zardex. So still lots of powerful Pokemon going. Still a lot of things that are like viable round 1 picks going in round 2.
What if this was your team?
What
all 16 of these.
All 16 of these that oh jeez. Oh jeez, I don't want to think about that.
Like a 4-person free draft, maybe you could get this. Alright.
Yeah, alright, so let's start getting into the third round. Yeah, so Danny gets the wheel. He picks up Garchomp.
Oh.
I have special intel that this was a major snipe, which started snowballing bigger and bigger snipes, which affected...
wait a second. Is that a 16-point Garchomp? What are these guys doing?
Yeah, seriously.
Garchomp's worth 80 points. Whatever.
And it's only worth 15 points. We overpriced it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good mon with Lele there. Keldeo, that's an insanely offensive core. And Garchomp's just a good
yeah, those 3.
Those 3, yeah. Alright, next up, we got Mega Tyranitar.
Ooh.
Which, controversial opinion here, regular Tyranitar is better. But I understand the rationale behind Mega T-Tar. It's
bulky.
Super bulky, but it can only really run, because of the bulk, it can only really run, like compared to regular T-Tar, the only set that's really better is the Dragon Dance set.
Yeah.
But it's still an insanely powerful Pokemon. Like, look at that. It's got so much energy that's trying to escape from it. But it's, yeah, just turning it to the most edgiest of edgelords.
I suppose.
Alright, next pick, we've got Ferrothorn. So, Shade going for some, you know, he's got a dragon, he's got some fire, and now he's got some grass and steel going for those Some people like to immediately draft Fire, Water, Grass cores and Dragon, Fairy, Steel cores. Not a huge fan of it. I don't think it's 100% necessary. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. But Shay is definitely going for it. Ferrothorn's a great addition to the team right here, though.
I mean, yeah, Mega Latias Ferrothorn. I am struggling to think of something that breaks that, like Shandy, kind of.
Articuno.
You know?
No, Articuno doesn't break this. Neither does Jinx, unfortunately. But
Articuno with HP Fire, you're good to go. Articuno just breaks every core.
Yeah, what all these teams are like, yeah, like someone said in chat, all the teams are starting to look gross, and it's like, yeah, well, they're all broken by Articuno. Alright, next up we got Jirachi, which...
Oh, shit.
How did Jirachi go round 3?
I don't know, everyone keeps doing poorly.
Sorry about my cough. I'm actually doing this stream while I'm a little bit sick, so...
Jirachi always, like, scary with those, like, teardrop eyes.
Yeah, it's, and, you know, it's closing its third eye, otherwise it'll be able to see into your soul. Yeah, so Ian's team it's looking super scary. Like,
it's checking some boxes for sure.
Yeah. All right, next up we've got regular Latias.
Nice picture, Ian.
Regular Latias, I've used this a lot before. It's a great Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
And pairs well with it pairs really well with this team. Like, honestly, Mawile pairs well with any dragon, especially Latias, which is like hits so hard on the special side. So I'm a fan of the cores he's starting to make with this team here.
You got some, like, you know, Wish Pass and Heal Bell or whatever. I don't know. Does Latias get Heal Bell or is it only Refresh? I don't know.
It gets something. It's a really great support mon for sure.
Yeah, Healing Wish, baby.
Yeah. All right, next pick we've got Mega Scizor. So Ellie is drafting Tapu Koko Mega Scizor, which almost every Tapu Koko team I've seen has Mega Scizor on it. Which, yeah, it's like...
Turns out it works.
That's just how it works. It's such a good core. And backed up by Torn T already, this is starting to look pretty gross.
I don't know, man. HP Fire Articuno still looking okay.
HP Fire Articuno still looking really great, yeah.
That's a scary team.
We have 20 viewers right now. Shout out to all 20 of the people here. I was expecting like 4.
It's a new record for Trog.
New record for Trog. I'm going to be breaking so many records today.
Yeah.
Next pick, Mamoswine. Do you remember those drafts where Piloswine goes before Mamoswine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not happening this time, but yeah, Mamoswine, it's insanely good Pokemon. Probably the second best Ice Shard user. I was honestly debating between this and Weavile as like the Lando counter.
You already had Lando though.
Its dual stab just hits so many things. It's one of those really good Pokemon that's super viable in draft.
You can run it bulky, you can run it Scarf, you can run it Speedy.
Yep.
Surprisingly, like, I don't know, like the 80 range for speed tiers is kind of like weird, but like Mamo, I think is like it does it well.
It does it well, yeah. You never more speed is desirable, but it's never held back. Like, oh, if Mamoswine had like this much speed, it's like, oh, that it's like no, it does it well.
Yeah.
All right, next pick. Next pick, I get Azumarill Mangadayo. I get Azumangadayo. Because I wanted some priority. I wanted a fairy type. I wanted a water type. Honestly, I wanted Finny, but it didn't quite make it to me. Yeah.
Finny's busty.
Azumarill's like got some great offense, and it's like, you know, priority, belly drum, fight me.
Yeah, I mean, Lando and Azumarill are just kind of breaking in general.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, that's my pick. Everyone trash talk it in the chat because I probably have the worst draft right now. But they're
17th.
Yeah, 17th out of
power rankings.
Geez, anything worse, and I'm gonna start getting into like imaginary points. All right, next up, Brandon picks Thunderous Therian, which, if memory serves me well, he had this in NSTL, and it was super scary.
Yeah.
Like, Thundy T, it's base 101 speed, which is like just above that threshold, but it's got like nasty plot. It's hits so hard. It's an incredible Z user if he chooses to go for that.
It's got the electric immunity, so it's not even that bad as a flying type.
Yeah, so it pairs well with Tapu Fini. Pairs well with any bulky water, to be honest, but it does a great job here. Alright, next pick, Zeraora.
Ooh.
Tell me about Zeraora.
It's you know, what did it go? 12-1 in 3 playoff games. It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. It might still be suffering from new toy syndrome, but
I mean, it made it to round 3.
Yeah, to be sure. But it's super fast. So this team is, Zam and Zera are just like so fast.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Interestingly enough, it's kind of tough because Zera and Kyurem are both really good Z users, but he's not going to be able to make both of them. So
yeah, due to the points limitation, because Z budget is 30. It's 30, and it's like, the total cost of the mods is how much to make it Z. All right, next pick is Togekiss. So I really like using Togekiss. I think it's very unique in draft format. Great typing, nasty plot. Serene Grace Air Slash just wins. I seriously almost came back from a game I was losing horribly. I was so close to coming back because of Serene Grace Air Slash.
This team's pretty scary.
Yeah, it's
only there was one Mon that could take it all on.
If only there was one Gen 1 Mon that could break this.
Yeah.
Anyway, next pick is regular Tyranitar. Remember how I said that this is better than the Mega T-Tar? And no surprise, because he's got Excadrill, so he's got a Sand Core. This team is super physically offensive and pretty fast considering Mega Gallade's base speed and Excadrill in the sand. So,
yeah, we'll just have to round it out.
Yeah, looking really scary.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting near the end of round 3. David picks up Crocodile.
Ooh.
This is
I like Crocodile.
I like Crocodile. It's super tough to prep for. It's just got like such.
It's got 2 of the best abilities.
Yeah, Moxie and Intimidate.
Right.
It's a super viable Scarfer, Stab Earthquake, Stab Knockoff. Really tough Pokemon to go against. Alright, next up we've got Hawlucha, which I've seen Hawlucha paired. I've seen it paired on teams with the Tapus, so it's like, you got Bulu, Grassy Terrain. Hawlucha's got the Grassy Seed and just gets the Unburden right away, plus the defense boost.
Yeah.
This is looking pretty scary. Pairs well with the team here for sure.
Yeah, I think in general, the Bulu and Coco, the seeds give the defense boost. I think that's a little bit better than the special defense.
Yeah, to be sure.
Just like me.
Especially for the kind of things that Hawlucha wants to do and what can switch into it better. Alright, next up we got Kartana. So this team is looking ridiculously offensive. Got Diancie, which just breaks everything. Hydreigon, which breaks everything, and Kartana, which is like beast boost all over the place.
That's an offensive Fairy Dragon Steel core if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like Diancie. Yeah, wow. I've usually drafted defensive Dragon Fairy Steel cores, but this is like one of the most offensive ones I've seen. And yeah, it's going to be super tough to find something that can check all of this defensively. We know it can beat it offensively, of course, but
just draft a fast fighting type or something.
Yeah. Anyway, and coming into the end of round 3, we've got Alolan Ninetales.
Ooh.
So you're playing Pokemon. Your opponent has a Aurora Veil up and a Mega Charizard X on the field. What do you do? Do you A, cry? Do you B, cry? Do you C, just submit to your suffering and let Zardex Dragon Dance behind Aurora Veil and just eat you for breakfast? So,
are you like me in the PPL and you have these 2 and I don't think I ever did that.
Yeah, didn't we play some ridiculously hacksy game in the PPL?
It wasn't too bad. You just flinched me turn 1.
Yeah, and honestly, that was like a misplay on my part, but it's like, why did I get rewarded for such a bad play turn 1?
So good.
Anyway, that concludes round 3, everybody. What was your favorite pick? There's still some really good picks happening in round 3.
I liked Zera.
Yeah, of course you like Zera. I liked, Mamoswine, Mega Scizor. Both regular and Mega Tyranitar went this round, which is interesting.
Let's see. Can you guys guess who's first in the power rankings? I'll tell you who it isn't.
Alright, so we're going to go straight into round 4. We're going to, it is going to be the wheel, of course. So Spanik is picking, a Mon straight after Alola Ninetales, and that will be Vaporeon.
Ooh.
Vaporeon gives me nightmares. It's probably one of the better bulky water types in the format.
Yeah.
And just makes children cry. And it's like all your switches into Zardex, all your switches into Lando. It's like, oh, that's cute.
This really is just my PBL team, huh?
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah. It's pretty good though, yeah. I mean, it's going a lot of like bulky offense because even Vaporeon has like 95 or something like that, like one of those EV stats, base special attack.
Yeah, its Scald is no joke. It's like it's not like setup fodder or anything by any means.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Freeze Dry Articuno beats this whole thing.
Yes, Freeze Dry Articuno still just destroys this. So.
Thanks, Will. I missed it.
Yeah. So next up, we got Gliscor, which this Mon is its type ground, flying, and nightmares, and toxic stall, and just sadness and misery.
Oh yeah.
I've noticed. So 3 back-to-back picks. This is interesting with 4 times weaknesses, like Hydreigon's 4 times weak to Fairy, Kartana to Fire, and Gliscor to Ice.
Yeah.
So there's some exploitable weaknesses going on, but this is still like solid offense, and Gliscor is like really bulky and can switch into a ton of things.
I mean, yeah. Also, interesting enough, none of those type combinations exist. So
yeah,
at the very least, it's not like the worst ones to pair.
No, so
there's no Ice Fire, no Ice Fairy. I think. Is there an Ice Fairy?
Ninetales.
Oh, whatever. the one that just got picked.
Yeah.
Sorry, J-Law.
All right, next pick is Latios. Latios is a really great way to round out your Bulutran core. Another ground immunity, which helps out Heatran a ton. And, well, Earthquake is already, like, super weak because of the grassy terrain.
There's no point in bringing a ground type against this team, even with Heatran there.
Yeah, there's no point at all. And Latios is another, like, really speedy offensive Pokemon that still has some great support for this team. Yeah, surprised that it lasted as long as round 4. It used to be like a round 1 pick back in like Gen 6 draft.
For sure.
All right, next we got Mega Altaria. I love using this Pokemon.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's
you just got to make sure you calc properly when facing it.
Stop. You know what? You're disinvited to co-host. Good. I'm gonna like kick you from this call and invite my other friend Wayne Moose. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Zayne is no longer co-hosting, and I would like to introduce my other good friend Wayne Moose.
Hey, it's me. I was gonna do a dumb voice, but I really feel like it's the same thing.
Yeah. So Altaria's just got some fantastic typing, like Dragon Fairy. It's like
chubby chicken body.
Yeah. Look at that like fluff ball. It's like one with the clouds. Yeah, really. I think this is a good addition to the team. It's like if he grabs a bulky steel type to pair with this, it'll be like GG.
I will say that is 3 ice weaknesses in a row.
Well,
Articuno.
Yeah, Articuno, pretty much, or Sharpedo. Oh. Next up is Crobat. Crobat. This is a really fast team. Like Crobat base 130, Gallade base 110, Excadrill in the sand.
Yeah, interesting enough, he's picking a lot of off types, kind of. Getting like the poison, the dark, the fightings. Dolphin is kind of waiting on the Fairy, Dragon, Steel, Grass, Water, Fire course, which I believe you said you're fine with.
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine with that. Like right now, I've only got my Fairy and Water type. He's only got the Steel type. But if you have like a set of like really good Pokemon that you want to grab, while everyone else is focused on a few specific types, more power to you. There's nothing wrong with drafting that way.
Yeah, and Crobat kind of evens out the fighting weakness of Excadrill and Tyranitar. I mean, Mega Galate's there too, so
yeah, it does well.
All right. Yeah, I'll give it a 16th in the power rankings.
Next pick is Milotic, and we mentioned something about Freeze Dry Articuno. Yeah,
that doesn't even work against Milotic. It's too fat.
Yeah, Milotic is.
What is this team?
It's
so good.
It's the thickening.
Ugh.
It's like, have you ever had some like bread starter in your hand and you just like knead it and it just gets like super thick? That's what this team is.
The thickening.
Yeah, this team is going to be like disgusting to prep for. So yeah, I'm already not looking forward to this. Really bulky.
Good. Yeah.
So next up, we got yet another bulky water. That seems to be what's really going this round. Suicune.
The soggy round. Ugh, I hate Suicune. Only because I never have it and I always have to freaking deal with it.
Yeah, Suicune is I use this in a PPL, which was it's a really good Pokemon. It like the Calm Mindset alone could be what do you call it? Like a win con on its own. It's a really good Pokemon, super bulky, and it's nothing to sleep on. All right, next pick is Tangrowth. I'm sure that this pick was a huge snipe for a lot of people.
Tangrowth is real good.
Yeah, it's real good. It's probably one of the better bulky grass types in the format. You know, that and Tapu Fini, that's just kind of that's a pretty gross defensive core right there.
Yep.
All right, so we're towards the second half of the what do you call it? Fourth round now. So yeah, because I'm 8th. So I pick up Rotom Yeet.
Rotom Yeet.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if this is like the best 4th round pick, but I really wanted this Pokemon. I love its typing. I love how well it can run like bulky sets and offensive sets, and I think it just fits well into the offense that I've got going on my team.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Plus, it's easy bake oven, and it yeets all over the place.
makes you your Tostitos.
All right, next pick is Shaman. So we saw one bulky grass go this round, so Shaman's up next, which is it's actually really good. Base 100 stats across the board, and it's can do a really good offensive set with like Seed Flare and stuff. Great like sub leech seed.
Yeah, it gets Earth Power for those Steel types.
Yeah,
Fire types.
Pesky Steel types.
Coverage. And Poison types. Jesus. Grass Ground is like a really good offensive combo, huh? Secretly. Well, I guess Flying types. Articuno, baby.
Yeah,
you thought you heard the last of it.
Excuse me. All right, next up we have Ellie picking up Nidoqueen.
Hey, Nidoqueen's really good.
Yeah,
I think I suggested this.
Yeah, it's like probably the best counter to Tapu Koko besides Mega Scizor. So she's just picking up all of the Koko counters.
Oh yeah.
Is, this team is gross.
Oh god.
Who let her draft this? I'm curious.
it's out of control.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Next up, we got Hippowdon. So Will's starting to pick up some really good bulk. Like Latias is, it's offensive, but it's also really bulky on the special side. Hippowdon is super bulky on both sides. It can actually with the sand ability, its Spadef is just out of control.
That's not how that works, but okay.
No, sand increases. Oh wait,
it's a rock type, dude.
I know how to play this game, right? I know how to play Pokemon. I know how typing works, right?
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, just forget that Hippowdon is a rock type, and forget how to calc for Mega Altaria.
It's all good.
All right, next pick is Roserade. So Ian continuing to be vomit-inducing and just make everyone wanting to throw up.
Yeah, Ian's up there for sure.
and themselves, and it's like this seems just out of control. Roserade is a fantastic Pokemon. Cool. I paired Roserade with Jirachi before. They're in a draft. Roserade is insanely good. It can be offensive or bulky, and it's just got so many great support options.
Yeah, he just needs a good water type or something because he's got no fire resist, which can be pretty spooky. But I don't know. Clefable essentially just resists any neutral hit because it's just so fat.
Yeah, Clefable is like really switching into a lot of things that are the rest of his team is weak to thus far.
Yeah, that's all good.
All right, next up we have 16th in the power rankings.
Maybe.
So Shade coming through with Sylveon.
Yeah, Shade's here.
So we've got Latias, Ferrothorn, Sylveon.
Oh God, wow.
On a scale of like you're throwing up to you're like really vomiting. It's like what's this team looking for you?
Well, that's just Puke City.
Yeah, Puke City going on right here. But Sylveon for real is like insanely good. In addition to being bulky, it's like got a really good spec set. And
ask Blood Crawler what he thinks of Sylveon.
Yeah, what do you think of Sylveon Blood? Yeah, so we're coming into the end of round 4 already. We've been streaming for... Geez, have we almost been streaming for an hour? We've got to start making the picks faster, so...
Yeah, we're heading there.
Towards the end of round 4. We've got Goodra. Goodra is fat, bulky.
Yeah, it's got base like 600 special defense.
Something like that.
An Assault Vest on there.
It's got ridiculously through the roof Spadef and a viable AV sense, so yeah, that's just kind of kind of gross.
I literally, I like... Every single time, like I try to be aware of Goodra's like bulk, and then I'll see it like chew like an ice beam from like a Mega Latios, and it'll do like 30%. I'm like, what?
Yeah, for real.
Kidding me?
All right, end of round 4 coming in. We've got Danny and Mega Aggron.
Oh,
so
that's probably a snipe too.
I wanted Mega Aggron. It probably was a snipe for multiple people, but I really wanted to use Mega Aggron, and yet he went ahead and sniped here. I should have gotten it this round myself, but yeah, this is an insanely good Pokemon. It's like Mono Steel, which is great because it loses both of its 4x weaknesses. That on top
filters out of control.
Filters out of control, and it's like 3 million.
Weighs 8 million pounds.
Yeah, 8 million pounds, gets heavy slam, and it's got like one of the highest base defense in the world.
Yeah, I had Aggron for like 1 week in a league that died, and it got OHKO'd by like Fighting MZ Torn T. I was like, no, I wanted to use it more.
Yeah. There are like so few things that can OHKO this Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So that concludes round 4. Still a lot of good picks coming through. Getting still like lots of powerhouses. A lot of bulky water started to go. Lots of bulky grasses started to go.
Yeah, lots of good megas.
Lots of good megas still around. Not sure how many teams have megas at this point. Most of them,
maybe a half, honestly.
Yeah, but there's still lots of good stuff on the board, and it's like these teams are already like starting to be really coherent.
Yeah, I mean, just at a first glance, you can kind of seeing which teams are like scary good and which are just like, oh, like this is good.
Yeah,
there aren't any standout trash teams so far.
No, nothing's standout trash. Like everyone's drafting really well thus far.
Yeah, it's usually the late rounds that kind of determine that.
Yeah. Everyone's still 16th in the power rankings, so
yeah. Well,
you're all still in there. All right, so Danny's got the wheel. In addition to Mega Aggron, he's picking up Mandibuzz, which if that's not a gross bulky core to back up like your Lele, your Garchomp, your Keldeo, then I don't know what is.
I mean, this is the first. I mean, Mega Aggron's the first Articuno counter I've seen. So
that's true. That's very true. Like, I think it
automatic first,
unless it's running like Fighting MZ Focus Miss. Then
I don't think it gets it.
Probably not. Like that. Like this is the first team that isn't countered by Articuno. That's
yeah, good job.
That's something. Next up, we've got Swampert, which it's pairing pretty well with this team. You got some pseudo grass. Well, there's no grass type on this team, but it's like a fire water core with Victini. But Swampert's really good.
Yeah, Goodra with Sap Sipper.
Yeah, for sure pairs well with that. benefits from the sand somewhat from a Mega T-Tar. You know, it's not weak to it or anything.
Yeah, Celestial as well. Don't talk to me about Swampert.
Get out of my swamp!
Oh, he should be green.
Alright, next up, Shay picks up Galvantula. So, Galvantula does one thing, and that's set up webs.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about
it. Good at it.
I used it last season. It is good at getting up webs, but it's, in my opinion, this Pokemon's kind of one-dimensional. But
yeah, I mean, yeah,
it does get like specs. It can do like compound eyes. It's, you know,
yeah, it's got, you know, energy ball to counter the ground weakness a little bit,
and Giga Drain, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Next up is Raikou. So we got 2 electric types going in a row. Raikou is something I've low-key wanted to draft for a while. Never really gotten around to it, but it's really fast, like good speed tier, pretty good special attack. There are lots of offensive sets that it can run well.
Yeah, it's got really good coverage.
Really good coverage. Well, it's got like Aura Sphere for coverage and extra sensory, but for the most part, you're just running Thunderbolt and HP Ice.
Yeah.
Move pull is lacking a little bit, but it can run some interesting coverage moves.
For sure.
Sure, yeah. So next up, we've got Decidueye. Still some grass types going around. This is a pretty unique Pokemon. Like, it's a, you know, grass ghost. And there's like some special thing that it can do, like Spirit Shackle, like traps them.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad defogger either.
No, it's a really good defogger. It's got U-turn, got Roost. Be a real pain to deal with if you don't have like a super effective hit for it.
If you don't have Articuno, it's a pain to deal with.
Yeah, if you don't have Articuno, yeah. Oh, Articuno beats this.
Yeah.
Don't look at Mega Maw, it's not real.
All right,
that's 4 ice weaknesses in a row. Will, what are you doing?
Excuse me. So
that was awful, Trog.
Yeah. So speaking of awful, Ellie goes ahead and snipes me right here, which is
God,
picking up Serperior. Which,
she's not holding up, huh?
Yeah. This team's getting just like went from gross to grosser to grossest.
Ooh.
Yeah. Speaking of ice weaknesses, like two in a row right here. On top of Torrentine, but Serperior is like it just like goes boosting all the time.
Yeah, Serp was really good last season for me. That was one of the transactions that saved my season.
Yeah, for sure. I wasn't a huge fan of it in the like late Gen 6 league, but now it's like, you know, I drafted it once and I was like, I hate this mon, but now it's like I want to use it again.
Yeah, everyone's.
But Ellie's coming in here and I'm like, nope. So next up, Gremlin picks up Buzzwole. And so we mentioned, you know, speaking of mons that are like do chest day all the time, and it's like, you know, go to the gym, and it's just like Buzzwole is like Curl Bro. It's insanely swole, and
it did. That's what it was named after.
Yeah, for sure.
Being swole.
Yeah, good mon. Really, really bulky, but also really powerful. Beast Boost can either like boost its defense or attack. It's pretty good mon.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So next up, I pick a Moongus. I really wanted Serp, but I got something fat instead.
Hey, man.
So I want to get some regen mons.
Moongus gave me like a 90-turn battle last season, so.
Oh yeah.
The regen is out of control.
I'm not a huge fan of like having battles last that long, but it's like if Amoonguss has to make that happen, like so be it. I'll make it happen. But yeah, I'm a fan of using this mon. You know, Spore is like super helpful a lot of the time, and so is regen. Alright, next up is Alolan Muck, which
classic.
Dark Poison is a really interesting type combo.
Yeah.
Muck is like such a good AV user, and it is like its knockoff is just like out of control. And it's
got Gluttony Recycle too.
Gluttony Recycle is like, yeah.
I've never faced one personally, I don't think, but every time I see replay with those going, I'm just like, oh man.
It's like, what are you doing? How can you stop that?
I know. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, Brandon's going out of control so far.
Yeah, he's hasn't like drafted pretty well so far for sure.
Yeah, just has to learn how to play in the team build.
All right, next up is an ass clown called Blacephalon, which
Dude, stuff is actually pretty good. I inherited a team with it. And it's been doing well for me.
yeah, it's an interesting Pokemon. It's super frail, but if you can start getting a Beast Boost sweep off with it, it's like GG.
Right, yeah, I mean, you can run it Scarfed and get special attack boosts. You can run it Specs and get speed boosts. Like this and Nihilego are very like similar, I think, but like this one's a little bit more offensive, a little scarier.
Its coverage is like non-existent. Like you can just run like 2 fire moves and Shadow Ball, but
yeah,
if you got the right matchup with it, it's like go for it.
Yeah, coverage is only its only issue really.
Yeah. All right, next pick is Cobalion, which, hey, he got a counter for Articuno.
Oh no, neutral and flying.
Neutral and flying. Okay, so you're not quite, but Cobalion's still a fantastic Pokemon. It's like Steel Fighting is really good offensively. It's pretty interesting defensively. It works with this team.
Real good defense. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's a nice rock setter. It can be set up offensive. Be rock polished too.
Yeah, definitely a good rock user for this team because like Zygarde can't realistically be a rocks user, so Cobalion, has got that covered. All right, so
Speed.
Next pick is Jellicent. So starting to get a bulky.
Pringles.
Yeah, Mr. Pringles, Mr. Peanut Butter. I'm trying to remember if I've used Jellicent in draft before or not. I don't think so, but
No.
yeah, it's an interesting mod. Good spin blocker. Like ghost typing is nothing to
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to try this thing, but I never seem to have the right team for it.
Yeah, and it's like we mentioned fighting weakness starting up earlier, but he'd fix that with Crobat and fixes it even more with Jellicent, unless you got something like Megalop.
It's real good.
Alright, next is Terrakion. So, I used Terrakion last season.
Yeah, it was one of the better things I think you used. That makes sense.
Yeah, I was a fan of using it. It's like really offensive, a great setup mon, a great Z user if he chooses to go for that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, great mon, and, fits well with his offense right here, and it's,
Oof. Yeah, he's got a lot of good Z users too, but not the budget for it.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like, how many things do you want to run? It's like Mew and nothing else. It's like Terrakion, and maybe you could squeeze Crook into the budget, but...
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what else he picks then. Got a solid 50 points left.
Alright, next pick is Nihilego. Speaking of Beast Boosters...
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, this team is just starting to get some really gross offense, which... On one hand, I love it, but on the other hand, it's like, I hate it.
Yeah, Nihilego's a pretty good pick.
Yeah, it's got another compounding the 4 times ground weakness with that and Heatran, so it might be viable, but yeah, between grassy terrain and like 2 levitators, it's looking pretty good, honestly.
Yeah. Chat doesn't like it though.
Yeah, well, hi chat. Thanks for weighing in on everything. So next pick is Rotom Wash, which I think this. So normally Rotom Wash is the first Rotom to go, but I picked up Rotom Yeet like way too early. So
that's true. I mean, round what was this? 5,
3, 4,
Rotom?
3 or 4. Yeah, it was round 4 Rotom, but yeah. Rotom Wash, kind of surprised that it lasted this long, but there's still like a lot of other bulky waters around. It pairs kind of well. He's getting some more bulk on this team. Having a Volt Switch is nice. You get some Volt Turn action going. Helps out this team.
And reducing that ice weakness a little bit. Besides Freeze Dry.
Yeah. Alright, so final pick of round 5, Spanik is going to grab Miltank. So, Miltank and
Sorry, Will.
Vaporeon are the like nightmare-inducing. It's
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Don't
not
even
a,
bring a fire type against this team.
yeah, just don't bring fire types at all. But yeah, Miltank
What's
is
the
like takes so many hits. It's got a lot of recovery options. It's great support move pool, and for such a bulky mon, it's actually quite speedy. Like base 100 speed makes this gives this mon a really unique spot, I think.
Don't talk to me about Miltank.
Yeah. All right, so that concludes round 5. We're getting close to the halfway point of the draft, just about. So yeah, what was everyone's favorite pick this round? Still, a lot of really good things are going. A lot of teams are getting some really solid cores built.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep an eye on those budgets though, because
yeah, most budgets are like around 50 to 60. So it's like most budgets are like more than halfway gone.
So at this point, you need minimum 5 more mons. So
yeah, there's a
can't be going too berserk.
Yeah, 10 is the minimum. So you can get like a really top heavy team, but then like if your last 3 picks, you have a budget of like
yeah, they're all like 5 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could get a top heavy team, but yeah, everyone wants like a good well-rounded draft. So let's see some of these later picks coming in.
Yeah.
The Wheels and Spanik gets Starmie. So interesting to see that in addition to Vaporeon.
I remember Stormy.
But given that it's probably one of the better spinners in the format, and you've got Charizard, you've got Ninetales.
Yeah, it is 2 water types, but they definitely fill different roles. Starmie more offensive, Vaporeon more defensive.
Yeah, kind of doubling up on the typing, but yeah, they fill different roles, and you definitely need a good spinner on this team with Zard there.
Yeah, not that big of a type snob.
All right, next pick is Reuniclus.
Oh baby.
This, oh baby, literally.
This is another one I've been wanting to try out, but I just never I never have like room for it.
Yeah, I really wanted to pick Reuniclus this round, but this snipe happened. I was
time, huh?
Yeah, it really was. I was hoping this would kind of like coast under the radar for a while, because it's not something that you see like people immediately go after.
Blame your gut.
Yeah. So Reuniclus, great mon, great regen user, super thick and can do like Calm Mind. I think it has some decent setup option, but it's slow as crap.
Yeah, I mean he's maybe not. I was gonna say, well, we did change the mega rule, so you don't have to mega first turn anymore. So like I guess regular Diancie can like run Trick Room, but not great Trick Room synergy so far.
Not the greatest, no, but it's. So next pick is Jolteon.
Hey.
We talked about this team being kind of fast earlier, and Jolteon is just like, gotta go fast. Sonic's behind you, and it's like, it's fast electric
this is actual
types.
Sonic.
Yeah, actual Sonic. Fast electric types are always great to have on a team, especially when you're like going to be volt switching a lot. This team does want a lot of momentum to safely switch in things like Lucha, Nihilego, Bulu, and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, great pick for this team. Next,
Plus team isn't so bad.
I was gonna say, sorry, I interrupted you when I was saying next pick is Empoleon. So Empoleon,
King DDD.
King DDD, or like Poseidon, or like the Trident Man, or whatever. So yeah, good defog user, good rock setter. Has like access to Swords Dance and Aqua Jet. It's a pretty versatile mon overall. It's kind of strange typing in Water Steel. That it's got a lot of checkboxes for someone drafting in that manner, but it fills pretty good roles.
Yeah, it's annoying to deal with. I mean, like neutral with grass, and
it's still not the best Articuno counter. It's like Freeze Dry is still neutral on this thing, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it does like 30%, but it's neutral.
Yeah, but something like Iron Head will just like donk an Articuno, but yeah, Freeze Dry can still help clean up a weakened team. So next up is Incineroar.
I like Incineroar.
Yeah, once it got Intimidate, this became like an insanely good Pokemon. Super viable AV set.
Yeah.
And I think
Incineroar was...
It was what?
Yeah. Incineroar was on my list of like mons I kind of wanted like pre-draft. But since the D1 stream hasn't happened yet, I won't say whether or not I picked it up.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, this was in the championship battle of Season 1. Did you face Incineroar? Nope. It was definitely on his team, no. But I can't remember who brought it or not.
Incineroar did not come.
Wow. But it still made it, like... It was on the team. It was on the team.
Yeah, for sure.
Next...
It was actually scary. I didn't like building for it.
Next pick. Speaking of bulky fire types with Intimidate that are really good, and honestly, I think Arcanine is not the greatest on the ladder, but much better in draft format. It actually counters a lot of things that otherwise like have very limited counters, like Mega Mawile. So being like a bulky, but also can be offensive with like Flare Blitz and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of championship mons.
Yeah.
Arcanine, baby.
Yeah, speaking of. Yeah, fits well into this team. Synergizes well with like Venusaur and Milotic. That's probably one of the grosser Fire Water Grass cores I've seen in a while.
What do you do?
Yeah, it actually is disgusting. Alright, next pick is Klefki. And I don't like Klefki. I don't want to talk about it. One of those keys opens a door to like a room full of just darkness and despair and makes me want to curl up into a ball and cry, because that's what it's made me do before.
Yeah, it's got Defog, it's got Hazard, it's got Prankster, every move you could want.
Yeah, just like it runs like Toxic, Thunder Wave, Foul Play. It's just like it runs nightmares.
It's got Recycle, Berries.
Just how can we make the most annoying Pokemon possible? I know. Yeah. Yeah, and it's got such a good typing and Steel Fairy.
Yep.
Speaking of nightmares, I'm almost out of coffee. I've made like a double amount, and I've been sipping it throughout this entire stream, and I'm almost out.
You fool.
Yeah. So Brandon picks up Donphan.
Hey.
Which, this is usually a mod that a lot of people have on their list of things that they want. I've seen it go much earlier than this, but round 6 seems about right. But, you know, there are probably a couple people like, oh, you sniped me, how dare you? I don't know who got sniped, but I know someone did.
Yeah, I will say, like, I just glanced at this team, and Nidoking beats it. It's just outright.
Well, Nidoking beats everything.
But that's also true. Nidoking's really good.
Yeah. Just like I look at this team, and it's like, oh, Landorus beats it. But that's true of a lot of things as well. Anyway, next pick is Moonduck, Princess Consuela, Banana Hammock, Cresselia. So I wanted Reuniclus to pair with Amoonguss for a regen core. That got sniped. So I thought, how can I get revenge on all of D2 in one pick? And I picked Cresselia. So yeah, this is my revenge for everyone. You have to deal with me using Cresselia. Moonduck. Princess Consuela. Alright, anyway, next pick is Primarina. So we've seen, like, I think in the past 2 rounds, all the 7th gen starters have gone now.
Yeah.
Primarina runs a really great... Yeah, Primarina runs a really great spec set. It's like specs. Hydro Pump has like no switch-ins from Primarina.
Fairy Water, like, offensively is just out of control.
Yeah, I mean, people have, you know, been able to prep for Azumarill in terms of like the physical Fairy Water offense, but like special Fairy Water offense is yeah, it's much more difficult to switch into. So it's like every team needs a switch into that, which is you know, hard to come by, especially since he's got one of those in Shaman.
Dude, that hair is pretty good.
Yeah. All right, next pick is Entei. Can someone stop Ellie, please? Like,
Ellie picked Entei.
Yeah. So,
get out of here.
Yeah. So
I'm on a delay, so I don't see these right away.
Oh yeah. So Caliente. Yeah, Entei is like a really good Pokemon. Needs to run Choice Band most of the time, but it still like hits ridiculously hard with Sacred Fire, and it's like burns everything to the ground.
Yeah. It's got better ground coverage now. It's stopping Tantrum. You used to have to run Bulldoze.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's scary.
Yeah, limited coverage, but like really good, super bulky.
That's also true. Yeah, Calm Mind Entei is really good.
Yeah, I've seen like I've seen like Entei be run in the sun with a special set with Solar Beam. That was one of the best beams I ever saw in League.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just run Power Word.
All right, we're getting close to the end of round 6. Will picks up Umbreon, and I think Umbreon is I don't like this Pokemon. I don't like anything about it, and it's having to prep for it is just like, oh god. So yeah, really bulky. Like you got Umbreon, Hippowdon, Latias, Decidueye. It's like, oh geez, what's gonna like? Not even Articuno can break this defensive core. It used to be able to, but it's like
try.
You could try. It's gonna struggle against Umbreon a lot.
Subtoxic. I don't know.
Yeah,
Will's team is actually pretty solid.
Yeah, looking really good.
I don't remember where I ranked him.
Was it 16th?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right, so Ian picks Blastoise, and he's still out of control because Blastoise is like a really good Pokemon. Bulky waters are always what is it about Blastoise that makes it so good? I like this Pokemon.
It's got Rapid Spin, counter Mirror Coat.
Yeah, which Mirror Coat can even be used with AV, so that's viable set for it.
Yeah, you can run like Scarf Water Spout just to be jackass.
Yeah. Anyway, really liking this team, but not liking having to prep for it.
Right.
All right. So next up, getting towards the very end of this round, Mimikyu, which Mimikyu was previously like the MVP of Noob Spicy Trash League.
Barely.
Yeah, barely. But yeah, really good Pokemon. Unique typing and probably one of the best Z users in the game.
Oh, you get a free SD half the time.
Yeah, you get a free SD, and then it's like the
190 base fairy move.
Yeah, the Forever Snuggle is just like an automatic kill button, and then or you could do like the Shadow Claw, and it's got priority on top of that. This mon is ridiculous.
Yeah, it gets Drain Punch somehow. Like, what is that?
Yeah, what does it punch with? Shadows and like scariness and like sorrow and stuff.
Pretty much.
So next pick, Florges. Florges Gudra combo. Florges Gudra Celesteela combo. Oh god.
Smoky. Ooh.
Yeah. Florges Gudra Celesteela is just like, oh jeez.
Are these teams better than I remember?
Yeah, going through each of the picks individually, it's like, wow, that we let them draft this. And it's like, for a 16-person draft, they're getting some pretty powerful rosters.
Oh, this is a saucy Florges.
Yeah. And rounding out the round is Scizor.
Scizor made it pretty far.
Regular Scizor did make it pretty far. Interesting spot on this team. Like, you got dual steel types, but Scizor is like, very offensive and supportive, while Aggron is just like a tank.
Yeah.
So yeah, good way to finish out the round. Yeah, this was the end of round 6, or we're just about, if everyone were to get like all 12 roster spots filled, this would be the official midway point of the draft, but we're a little bit farther than the midpoint. So what was everyone's favorite pick of this round, and which team do you like the most so far? Yeah, there isn't a single bad team yet. Like for a 16-point person draft, it's like, some things may seem limited, but everyone's getting like a bunch of really good stuff. So Danny's
Stormy.
Yeah, Stormy's good. I honestly like the Primarina. I like the Mimikyu and the Scizor pick, and I wanted Reuniclus, but so I like that pick, of course. All right, so Danny's got the wheel. I think I just accidentally turned off my mic instead of turning back on the draft. So he's got the wheel, Scizor, and then Snorlax. Snorlax is
okay.
It's got thick fat. It gets like belly drum, and it just like takes so many.
Really handling the fire weakness.
Yeah, really good addition to this team. Like Ghost immunity too, because he didn't. Besides Mana Buzz, he didn't really have a resist for it.
Snorlax is so funny.
Yeah,
that sprite's awesome.
Yeah. Next up is Serena. So, you've got Gudra, you've got Florges, you got Serena, all in one team. What did Moki mean by this? Team with a Gudra, Florges, Serena, all in one team. What did he mean by this?
I don't know.
Yeah, good spinner, bulky grass type, can be somewhat offensive. I forget what the ability Queenly Majesty does, but it does something.
No priority.
No priority, so it's basically...
Yeah, can't Ice Shard it, can't Sucker Punch it, can't Extreme Speed it.
Yeah, that's can stop things like Zygarde in his track super easily then.
Yeah,
so this team doesn't really struggle with Zygarde to begin with, but it's there. Alright, so next up we've got Tentacruel, which I think Tentacruel is underrated. It's
in NSDL.
Yeah, it's a really good spinner, kind of like Starmie as a spinning water type. It's a good check to a lot of fairies, and it pairs well with the fire water or the Infernate Ferrothorn that Shade's got going here.
Yeah, Tentacruel's pain.
Yeah, sure. I once ran like it was in some really small league, and I ran like a Scarf Tentacruel one game, and it was like the MVP of that.
I brought Scarf Tentacruel against Jack and NSTL. It didn't do anything, but I brought it.
Yeah. So it's got a lot of things that it can do quite well.
Yeah. Liquid Ooze, baby.
Oh yeah.
Love that one.
Next up, we have America Bird. We have Freedom itself. We have Braviary will destroy communism, and Ian is the defender of free speech and justice and burgers and Walmart, and I love this pick.
It's the free MVP right there.
Yeah. It was actually pretty close to being my MVP last season.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, really good Pokemon. It's like Defiant is fantastic ability.
Oh, Defiant's out of control.
It's out of control, especially if you use Parting Shot against it. Which...
I love that.
Yeah, it's America Bird is a fantastic Pokemon.
Yep.
Next up is Mesprit.
It's like Uxie Light.
Uxie Light, Mesprit as it's either a little bit slower or bulkier, like a little bit faster and less bulky, but pretty good overall. I like Mesprit. It can run lots of support. It's a good Rocks user.
Yeah, gets Ice Beam.
Gets Ice Beam. And another really great bulky Pokemon. Like, this entire team is basically like Mawile and Mawile Thundurus and then a bunch of bulk.
Yeah. Yeah, it is the second Psychic type with Latias, and they're both like Healing Wish users and stuff, so I don't know if that's like...
That's true. Mesprit, like, with Latias, it is a tiny bit redundant, but it's still, I think, a good pick here.
Yeah, he's got U-turns.
Yep. Anyway, next up is Seismitoad. So,
Classic.
Got a pretty interesting Grass, Fire, Water Court here. Serp, Entei, and Seismitoad back to back to back. I once got swept by a Swift Swim Seismitoad, which was not fun.
Yeah, Seismitoad's got a lot of utility. It's got Water Absorb, it's got Poison Touch or whatever. So yeah, you can run Swift Swim as well.
Yeah,
I think
it's definitely
all
not
its abilities are really good.
It's definitely not the kind of Pokemon that you can just slap HP Grass and call it good.
Yeah,
it's like Ellie's team does not care about Grass at all. You got Torrentee, you got Scizor, you've got Serp and Entei. It's like, what 4 times Grass weakness?
Lord.
So it's not just a matter of slapping on like a grass covering and calling it a day. It's like, this thing can be scary.
Yeah, he's Kilo Frog.
Next pick is Stakataka.
Ooh.
Which it's this is an interesting Pokemon. It's got like negative speed, and it's like min-maxed speed and defense. It's got like it's pushing 300 base defense and like 0 speed.
Yeah, I actually learned recently that you need to give it a minus defense nature to get an attack boost. I did not know that.
That's similar to like if you want to give Kartana a speed boost, you have to give it basically make it timid, which is hilarious. But even then, it's still like so bulky.
Yeah. It can only move in one line when you play chess.
Yeah. And it's
Stupid
got like
joke.
it's watching. All right, next pick. I got Cofagrigus because I want to give everyone nightmares.
I just counter every physical attacker in the game. That's fine.
Yeah, no big deal. Just give everything the mummy ability.
Yeah, ruin abilities. Yeah, Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah,
Access
Cofagrigus
spikes
has a lot of
and-
good utility. I loved using it in a
It's a
Noob
nightmare.
Spicy Trash League. I really wanted to grab a Ghost type, and this was, it was there, and I wanted it. And yeah, I've done a lot of good things with it before, and I'm going to keep it up. All right, so next pick is Druddigon. Brandon picking up Druddigon, which I think
This was a sought-after mon in like every division.
it really was. I wanted to get Druddigon, to be honest. Like, if it made it back to me, I would have grabbed it. But this was a snipe for a good number of people. It's a great pick. It's his first dragon type, so it's like this paired with like Finny and Aegislash is an interesting like bulky offense Dragon Fairy Steel Core. It's solid. Rough Skin is a great ability. Sheer Force is a great ability, and good, pretty
Rocks, Glare, Dragon Tail.
Yeah, pretty good budget dragon. Next pick is Licky Licky.
Ugh,
Which,
bubblegum.
in terms of design, this is probably the worst Pokemon that there is.
It's got like a bib.
Yeah, it's like, was it even necessary? It's got like Wi-Fi signal coming out of its belly. But yeah, it's bulky. Like, bulky normal types can be really great. It's I think it's his first Ghost check on the team, which you need if you're running Blacephalon. Something needs to switch into a Shadow Sneak.
You got Stab Explosion. You got Power Whip, Sword Stance.
Yeah, which
You got Heal Bell, Wish.
I still think this is the only Stab Explosion user, which, after it got nerfed in Gen 4, not the most appealing thing, but...
And normal gem's the only gem we got right now, still, so... That was bad. I tried to mute my mic and it didn't work.
GG. Alright, next
buttons
up,
just doesn't
speaking of fat balls that can go boom and stuff, we've got Fortress.
Oh.
Fat balls
Walter
that go
Chestnut.
boom. So yeah, this team finally has a counter to Articuno. Doubling down on the steel types here, which is interesting, but Fortress, provides lots of great utility.
Yeah.
It's got
And they only really
support.
share fire,
Yeah, his team,
because ground and fighting is neutral in the Fortress.
yeah, his team's, doesn't have the best checks in the world to fire. Like, Venusaur's got thick fat. You got Milotic. Zygarde doesn't want to be switching into things like, that risk getting burned. But yeah, Fortress is still solid on this team.
Yeah. He needs more speed, too.
Needs more speed, but you got Gyro Ball, so it's like you want the opposite of that.
That's true. Oh, yeah, I always forget about Custap.
Yeah, I think there was like
point.
one game in like it was either PTL Season 1 or NSTL
Yeah,
where
it was
it's
last
like
season.
where Custap like wasn't officially released. Someone brought it, but it like bit them in the ass because you got Priority Explosion, and it's like defogged away all of Fortress's hazards. Which
Yeah,
is,
it
like,
was awesome.
Yeah, that was interesting. All right, next pick is Volcarona.
Zesty.
Yeah, so Volcarona is a really good Quiver Dance user. Bug Fire is a very unique typing combination. I think like this is the only line that gets it.
Yeah.
Good setup sweeper, but it's like 4 times weak to rocks. You got Excadrill and Crobat to get rid of them, but it's like if Volcarona gets going, it gets going and you're gone.
Yeah, I
like-
mean, it gets Giga Drain for bulky waters that I want to try to check it. The only thing that really stops it is like Accelerock.
Yeah, for real. Which I don't think anyone's drafted any of the Lycanrocs
the
yet.
doggos.
None of the dogs, but
Yeah. I can say with some of these teams that need speed, that might be a good pick.
yeah, for real.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, because this draft is absolutely happening in real time, and all of the everyone from D2 is sending me their picks, and I'm quickly making all of the GFX in real time. But oh man, that
the
would
greatest man.
that'd be a nightmare. I got close to making them that fast, but yeah.
Yeah.
Next pick is Salazzle. So
Slizzard.
David's got Salazzle. It's it's right now the fastest thing on his team. Like Terrakion with base 109 and Salazzle, it's like base 115 or 16. It's in that speed.
It's 117, I think.
Yeah, so I used this last season. It looks really good on paper, but I honestly wasn't a fan of it.
The coverage is the worst part.
The coverage, as good as like fire poison coverage looks, especially with
it
corrosion,
ends there. Yeah, that's all it gets.
Yeah,
it's like Dragon Pulse and a hidden power that you have to rely on.
Yeah, which its dual stab is great, but it's honestly better for like spreading toxic and stuff. But even then, it's like
corrosion is really good.
Corrosion is really good, but it's like it doesn't have the stats to be like
bulky.
a bulk. It doesn't have any bulk to back that up.
For sure.
All right. Next pick. This is an interesting one. One of the new mons, Palo Sand, pile of children's hopes and dreams that got infected by a spoopy ghost, and it's a sand castle that haunts you. So, ground. This is a ground ghost or a rock ghost.
Ground ghost. It's got pretty good special attack, really good physical defense.
Yeah, interesting pick. I've never used it before or prepped for it, so this will be a interesting mod.
Yeah, it gets +2 defense if hit by a water move, so
which
it can be really annoying to deal if you have like a physical water type. You just can't do shit to it.
Well, I guess that depends on it. It's like how hard can it tank the first water move to begin with?
You should run Pasho Berry, baby.
Yeah,
Pasho Sand.
Pasho Sand. All right,
okay. Next
pick. We're getting towards the end of the 7th round. J-Law picks up Chestnut. So doubling. So between he's been doubling down on the grass types now. It's got Chestnut and Kartana, but they of course do very different things. Chestnut's more of like a bulky tank, a spikes user, whereas Kartana is just like last cannon. But Chestnut's an interesting pick.
They only share the fire weakness too, so it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not the worst fire weakness, and another 4 times a week, this time to flying. So it's like Articuno really has a field day with this team.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it gets belly drum.
Yeah,
sub belly drum Chestnut. That's a interesting thing that can be run, and if it works, it works. But hard to set up. All right, so finishing up the round, Spanik gets Tangela.
Ooh, Tangrowth Light.
Tangrowth Light. For 4 points, it's actually a decent Eviolite user. It's like honestly like a good ground check. Like
Wall Zygarde, yeah.
Wall Zygarde. And it's honestly like so far it's his best answer for something like a Garchomp on this team.
That's true.
So yeah, not the worst grass type in the world, but it's like maybe go 7th round, maybe not. I don't know.
7th. You never know.
It was unlikely to get sniped at all. Yeah, so that concludes. That concludes round 7. Some interesting picks to be sure. Some people, already starting to get into like budget stuff.
Yeah, but 38 points isn't too bad with 3 months to go.
Yeah, so some people only do get 3 more picks. Some people might go for all 12. Some people might stop at 10.
Obviously, Braviary is the best pick this round.
Obviously, I was gonna say it's like what's everyone's favorite pick? If it's not Braviary, you hate freedom. You hate cheeseburgers. You hate just freedom and cheeseburgers. That's what you're giving up.
And murder.
All right. Next up, Spanik's got the wheel, and he picks up Xurkitree. So another Ultra Beast. Xurkitree is a pretty interesting Pokemon. It's not bad. There are a few things about it that it's kind of a letdown, like its speed tier.
It's like 75 or something.
It heavily relies on setup, like if you do Tail Glow, it gets Tail Glow, but it's easily outsped.
Yeah, it relies on like Z Hypnosis, which is a coin flip.
Yeah, well, you do get the you do get the speed boost even if Hypnosis misses, but it's
Yeah,
still...
well, then you can't set up.
Yeah, alright. Next pick is
Sure.
Piloswine. Shout out to Piloswine.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, so some people think that this is better than Mamoswine.
Some people. It's one person.
I have seen it go before Mamoswine goes at all, but yeah, Piloswine, it's a great Pokemon, good Eevee
really
user,
like
and it's like it still gets the awesome like ice ground stab.
Yeah. I mean, this Piloswine does actually wall Articuno, more or less.
More or less.
It's that thick fat, baby.
Next pick, Bloodcrawler, is going with Quillfish.
Quillfish is a bastard.
Quillfish is interesting. It once, I forget which league it was, but it hard stopped. I think it was like it hard stopped my Garchomp when it's like I had a game where it's like Garchomp just ran through my opponent's team. Or Quillfish hard stopped it.
Ow.
Or I forget what exactly happened that game. It was one of those games where I forgot how to play the game. But yeah, Quillfish is interesting.
That sounds right.
Quillfish is surprisingly very god. Yeah, that's about right. Interesting choice for a water type, but it with giving Intimidate support to like Bulu Trancor, it's could be good.
You got hazards, you got a priority.
Yeah.
It's spiky.
All right, next pick is David Ryan is picking up Whimsicott. So
Hell yeah.
I like Whimsicott. I think it's
Whimsicott's
adorable, and it's like got the best hair in the world. And it's really great support mon, super fast. You get things like Tailwind, Defog, Prankster.
Yeah,
and
Prankster, Stun Spore, Prankster, that one where you kill yourself and lower their stats.
Memento.
Yeah, Memento. It's a very good like anti-sweep mod.
Yeah, and on top of that, not a bad offensive. It's got a good offensive typing. Grass Fairy.
Yeah, they buffed it.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this pick. And next pick is going to be regular Kyurem. Dolphin pick setup. Which regular Kyurem is solid. It's really bulky Pokemon. Dragon Ice is not a bad typing at all.
Yep.
And yeah, I've seen this like do a lot of work. Like Sub Kyurem just ruins lives.
Yeah, it's got pressure.
Yeah, sub pressure. It's like it. I've seen games that last like 90 turns with this. So they were.
Yeah, that happened in the NSDL. I remember Salty PP stalled somebody.
Yeah, that was difficult to watch, to say the least.
That was a tough one.
All right, next pick is going to be Heliolisk. So Joey picks up Heliolisk on his team, which he was lacking a fast Volt Switch user. No, although Cobalion gets Volt Switch, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got a couple.
And Fortress, he got tons of Volt Switch.
Oh, tons of Volt. What? I know how this game works. Trust me.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, Heliolisk.
Gotta bring shiny Heliolisk though. That's the best
for
one.
Sure. Yeah, solid pick. I'm a fan of this Pokemon. It runs a really great spec set, Hyper Voice, Thunderbolt, doing a lot of damage. All right, next up we have surprised that it made it to round 8. Brett is picking up Hoopa Unbound.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh shit is right. So this Pokemon packs a punch, to say the least.
Ganondorf.
It's Exodia.
It's Exodia.
Yeah, so round 8 Hoopa, nothing to laugh at. And it's just adding to his already insane offense in this team.
This team is hilarious.
Alright, next pick. Oh, speaking of, we were talking about this earlier. Someone needed to pick up one of these doggos, and Brandon was already struggling with some speed on his team. He picks up Lycanroc Day. Interesting that he didn't pick up the better dog, Lycanroc Dusk, with the, what do you call it? Tough Claws ability. It still gets Yeah, still gets Excel Rock, still gets the special Z with Stone Edge.
Yeah, tiny bit faster. I believe it's 112.
Yeah, it's still a solid Pokemon, kind of outclassed by its older brother, but
It was probably just for budgeting because he didn't want to be down to like 20 points or whatever.
yeah, but still solid pick.
Yeah.
Next pick, we're talking about this draft is just all over Snipe City. So Brandon sniped Druddigon for me, so my backup for that was Tyrantrum, which was someone else's backup for something else that was already sniped. Now their backup got sniped. Yeah, I got Tyrantrum because you need to do leg day. You need to get into like full on T-Rex mode with Tyrantrum.
It's also neck day.
Yeah, no kidding. It's just like squats and neck lifts like all day long. So I love Tyrantrum. It hits super hard. Rock head ability with head smash. That stab coming from like 200 base attack. Not that much base attack, but still. Can like 2-hit KO Skarmory with head smash.
Yeah, I think it's Rockhead, thankfully.
Yeah. So I love this pick. I wanted the rock stab because head smash is one of my favorite moves to use. And like outrage and stuff.
Sucks to suck, Charlie. Just kidding.
Alright, next pick is Tornadus, the worst kind. Well, not necessarily the worst kind, but the non-Therian, the incarnate, the prankster kind. That yeah,
I like
Tornadus.
Tornai.
Tornai is it's interesting. It fills a lot of interesting like support roles. Like I've seen it be a support for like a rain team. It's got like Tailwind support, you know, Yellow Magic, and doesn't
Good
have
Z user.
good Z user for sure. Solid pick, like for 12 points. And yeah, all right. Yeah, not a bad pick.
Is Yellow Magic Tailwind?
Nah, Thunderwave. But they base.
What? Tornai does not get Thunderwave, does
Doesn't
it?
get Thunderwave? Well, yeah, because because I know how this game works for sure.
I don't know. It might.
Yeah, Prankster is a really great ability and great support mod that has some offense to back it up. All right, next
Thunderwave.
doesn't get Thunderwave, of course not.
No.
Speaking of Dragonite is wow.
Oh, there we go.
That I guess round 8 Dragonite makes sense.
Oh, I can't get Tyrantrum. I guess I'll just get Dragonite.
Yeah, no
Great as
kidding.
mom.
Dragonite is super good, especially with like Coco and Scizor and the already gross offense on this team. It's a really solid pick.
God.
And, you know, Dragonite, you need a couple good defog users, and she's already got like Serp, which gets defog somehow, Tornadus,
Yeah.
Scizor.
Yeah, she's looking alright.
The gentleman's round 8 Dragonite. Alright, next up is Zoroark.
Articuno, baby.
So, Zoroark is an interesting Pokemon. The illusion ability is, I don't know if it was nerfed in Gen 7 or not, but it was. It's still interesting. You know, you still got like mind games all over the place.
Well, actually, I don't know. I think it was nerfed upon release because they invented Team Preview in Gen 5. So.
Right, yeah, it was curious why they had those released side by side.
Yeah. No, I don't think. Well, yeah, I guess I don't know. Does it work different now, where you can like you keep changing, or like because I don't know. I haven't like seen this thing really used. I see it using like Ranbats, but like I think it changes what it can change into now. Because it used to just be like if the mon it's disguised as died, it would just come out regular. But now I think it changes.
Yeah, it's a weird mechanic that they can't really seem to get coherent. So interesting pick. Yeah. It's a good speedy
Makes it more obvious.
Dark Pulse. All right, so next pick. Speaking of dark types, Ian is continuing to outdo himself with how disgusting he can be, and picks up Drapion.
Gross, man.
Yeah, Drapion is made of nightmares. It's a pretty interesting Pokemon. It like does a lot of things well. Poison Dark is an interesting type combination. Like switches into Psychic for days, despite being Poison type. and also like checks fairy pretty
I'm in the call. No.
decently. So. Alright, so it looks like Zayne, or not Zayne, it was Wayne got muted for a sec, so let's go into the next pick.
Alive.
What's up?
Said I'm alive.
You're alive. So the budget Weavile, aka Sneasel, is coming in.
Alright.
Sneasel's interesting thing to use. It's like still fast, like 115 speed is nothing to laugh at all. You still get like Ice Shard, you still get knockoff. It's a great type combo regardless, and it's for 8 points it's a solid pick. And it depends on how weakened your team is, it can still do some pretty decent work late game or whenever you need it to, whenever you need to like destroy things with knockoff and stuff.
Check setup plans.
Yeah, and we're getting close to the end of round 8 already. We're not even 2 hours in, and getting towards the end of round 8, which is great because my voice is basically gone completely.
No kidding.
We've got Vikavolt, which Vikavolt, interesting mon. Bug electric type with levitate. That is pretty bulky, decently bulky. Never used it myself. It's kind of curious. Its speed is a little bit of a letdown, but
yeah. Well, this thing was a letdown using it in game because they're like, oh yeah, this thing evolves in Victory Road. I'm like, oh, what the or whatever. Like,
what's
the last dungeon of the game. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, that's like,
really glad I caught it.
Yeah. All right, so final pick of round 8, we've got a Lola Mola. A Mola Lola. Lola Mola Mola. Mola Lola Lola. How do you pronounce this?
Palamamola?
Mega Love Disc. That's right.
Mega Love Disc, okay.
So, super fat Wish Pass. Regen. Knockoff support, so it's like not setup fodder. Great AV user. Mirror Coat. Does all kinds of things. A Lola Mola. Momola Lola. Palindrome. Yeah. It's a palindrome.
Yeah.
So yeah, great pick. It's super bulky and fantastic wish support for sure.
Ugh, Regenerator, gross.
Yeah, it is pretty gross. So that concludes the 8th round. A lot of good things going, even though we're getting towards the end of the draft. The Gentleman's Dragonite, like Hoopa Unbound, Xurkitree, Piloswine. It's just lots of good stuff. And it's like all these teams are so solid, and people still got the budget to round out drafts properly.
For sure.
All right, so let's get into round 9. Danny's got the wheel, and he is going to pick up, what is it? Weezing.
Oh. Hey, the Wheelsing.
Yeah, Wheelsing. Weezing is a really good Pokemon. It's pretty bulky. Gets things like Will-O-Wisp. Its Levitate is like what ground weakness? Like, well, it doesn't have like ground weakness, but unless you're Mold Breaker Excadrill. Solid Pokemon.
Weezing Mandy is really good.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. It's like no ground types. It's like psychic types. Like no. We're not going to get power rankings in this stream. Power rankings should be uploaded shortly after this. Power rankings and draft analyses. Like I'm going to be uploading my draft analysis like right after this, probably tomorrow morning.
I think mine's scheduled for tomorrow.
Yeah, and also like I know I already recorded like the Division 1 power rankings, but not sure when that's going up. But yeah, that's going to be after the stream. All right, next pick is Toxicroak.
Oh.
So Loki is picking up Toxicroak, which this is a really interesting Pokemon. It's like fighting poison. I think it's the only thing that has the only line that has that typing combo. Really great rain abuser, even though he doesn't, instead he's got sand on this team. But really great stab, Swords Dance, just kind of tough to switch into once it sets up.
Yep.
Although being quite frail. Alright, so next up, Shade, it's Shade, is picking up Diggersby.
Is it? Ooh.
Is it Shade? But no, it's Digursby. So this is a really good Pokemon. It's like for 13 points, I don't know if it's like too expensive or a budget, but it's like huge power, quick attack, earthquake return. This Pokemon is really powerful. Scarf sets are like, you know, really tough to prep for and switch into, and it's, you know, overall no redundant typings on this. You know, he's got to switch into Ghost that would otherwise KO Mimikyu with like Shadow Sneak. So synergizes pretty well. And yeah, Shade's got like 9 points left in his draft, so it's you know, still got room to go.
He's eating ramen.
All right, next up, Ian picks Golurk. So the Iron Giant, interesting typing in Ground and Ghost. It's got like no guard, if I'm not mistaken, no guard Dynamic Punch, which is
Golurk, yeah,
it's pretty tough. Super bulky mon with like, you know, lots of power, really good coverage on it too.
Can run Rock Polish. Or Iron Fist Shadow Punch.
Yeah, lots of good abilities like Iron Fist and
fly.
No Guard. Yeah, solid pick. And yeah, Ian's team is just like gross. It might even be like, I don't know if it's this might even be 15th on the power rankings instead of 16 like everyone else.
Yeah, it might be up there.
Might be up there. All right, next up, Will picks Blaziken. So this is of course not Speed Boost Blaziken. That would just be broke. Broke AF. But yeah, it's still a solid Pokemon. Like, fire fighting stab is insanely good, and
it's agility.
Nothing to laugh at all. Agility, baton pass, maybe.
True. Yeah, it's definitely a good breaker.
For sure.
Around mixed.
All right, so the next pick is Musharna. So,
ooh, sleepy.
yes, Pink Dreams. Interesting Pokemon for sure.
Made of these.
Pink, for sure. Yeah, so Ellie's team is like, you know, proven to be really gross. Kind of needed a Psychic type. I guess Musharna is like a good budget Psychic, but not an awful pick. Never really seen Musharna used much at all, but yeah.
That was 6 points. That thing's got like base like 100,000 HP. It's got like defenses in the 90s or 100s.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Not bad at all.
No.
So Gremlin is picking up Slurpuff. Slurpuff for 9 points is pretty good. It's, you know, fat cupcake. Gets some interesting support moves and like Sticky Web, and also runs like an insanely good Belly Drum set with like Belly Drum or Citrus Berry and like Play Rough and Unburden on top of all that. Potential, like, you know, you get to like all the speed in the world, all the attack in the world, just ruin people's lives.
Yeah.
Next up, I got Hitmonchan because Hitmonchan's a pretty cool Pokemon. I wanted a fighting type. I wanted a Rapid Spinner. And, you know, I've used Hitmonchan before. It's a nice AV user. It's got a lot of good coverage. Iron Fist.
Yeah, pretty good. It gets Rapid Spin, right?
Yeah, that's the main reason I got it, is for Rapid Spin. So, yeah, more of a budget pick than anything.
Pew, pew, pew. Got priority. Good to go.
Yep. So next pick is Pyroar. So yeah, Brandon picks up Pyroar.
Dude, Pyroar is the ultimate counter to Aegislash.
It is, and it's like, you know, I'm surprised he didn't get it earlier. Like, some people, like, you know, got the best thing, you know, the best things counter right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, managed to wait until round 9 to get it.
Yeah, Pyroar gets a yawn if you didn't know.
That's interesting. It also gets, like, what, Hyper Voice, Fire Blast?
Yeah, the real moves, I guess.
Alright, next up is Gourgeist. Brett picks Gourgeist, which is
spooky.
Yeah, it's a spooky. It's a pumpkin jack-o'-lantern. I've seen it do some good things. It can run like a, you know, do typical bulky grass type stuff, and you know, it's fat. It's kind of slow, if I'm not mistaken.
It depends on what size you get. It has all the different sizes. There's ones with like base 90 something speed, and then the fat one's slower but has way better defense.
Yeah. Overall, solid pick.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Celebi, another grass type going in round 9. Even though Celebi is like a round 1 Pokemon, second overall for. So Celebi, kind of redundant with Mega Venusaur here, but still a good Pokemon.
Yeah, it's a psychic type. I'm not too afraid of Bug on this team.
Yeah. 3 grasses in a row. So Dolphin's pick is Rotom Mow. So Rotom Mow, of course, gets the grass type now.
This is my favorite Rotom form.
Yeah, it was my favorite to use in Gen 4 for sure. I of course like Rotom Heat now, but this is a pretty solid pick. Decent typing, switches into a lot of things, and with Levitate. Alright, so we're getting towards the end of the 9th round, which is great because after this round I need to take a bathroom break because I've been streaming for over 2 hours and drinking a ton of coffee. Yeah, David picks up Araquanid, which this is a really good Pokemon. Like, its ability, I forget what it is, like its ability or something, but it's just like hits super
Water
hard.
Bubble.
Water Bubble.
Yeah, it halves damage from fire moves and it like doubles water move power or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't understand it because Araquanid literally has like base like 75 attack and it just still like liquidation just OHKOs everything. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't like I don't get it. The math doesn't check out.
All right, so next up, Bloodcrawler gets the gentleman's round 9 Mega Beedrill. Speaking of powerful bug types, Mega Beedrill is insane. It's like it's the most min-maxed Pokemon that there is. Adaptability U-turn just like destroys lives and gets you all the momentum in the world.
Yep. What are you supposed to do?
So yeah, solid pick. Going with the late round ultra good Mega.
Yeah. I don't know if Drill Run. Drill Run is not weakened by Bulu either, so that's another nice thing.
Yeah.
Shut up, Blood.
All right, so Scolipede
Plenty of
going
blood.
this late in the draft. Yeah, J-Law, Scolipede in combination with Diancie, Hydreigon, Kartana. That's ridiculous.
No. Oh no.
Yeah, so solid pick for this late in the draft. So,
absolutely.
Scolipede is just a solid Pokemon. It's known for like speed passing, but it's also a great spikes lead, great offensive lead. And the final pick of the round 9 is Ariados.
Ooh, the other best bug poison type in the game.
The other best bug poison type. The other good sticky web user. So yeah, Ariados, kind of a budget pick, but if you
3
needed
points,
it,
man.
3 points, yeah. So that rounds up round 9. This is everyone's pick. I'm gonna take a bathroom break because I've been streaming for 2 hours, so I'll be right back with round 10.
Same, I guess. Yay.
Whoa, it's me again. Okay, so now that I am back and round 9 has completed. Sorry for the brief intermission. I hope everyone got some water because y'all need to stay hydrated. I've drinking like a gallon of water, and yeah, I'm gonna make sure that Wayne is back. Well, I don't know. I might kick Wayne out and
I'm dead. Don't kick me.
No, I need to get another co-host. Like, what about Pain Juice or?
That's not even close.
Anyway, round 9 has completed.
That's fine.
So starting with round 10, some people's draft may be over this round. So we'll keeping track of who's got how many points left. Might start seeing some like really spicy picks coming through, which will be great.
Yeah, get some memes in here.
Let's get right into it. So Spanik picks Leopard.
Ooh.
Saucy pick, which it's dark type, which it gets some interesting moves like what, Sucker Punch? Does it get Sucker Punch? Flat. It's a great foul play user. Pretty speedy if I recall. Yeah,
it gets assist, which is my favorite move. It's like targeted metronome.
Yeah, solid pick for 6 points is not bad.
Yeah. It's not.
And he's still got 16 points to play with, so it's like he can go for like a really insanely good last pick or like fill out all 12. So next up, J-Law is concluding his draft with Typhlosion. Typhlosion is...
I like Typhlosion.
It's really good. Eruption is nothing to laugh at. For like 5 points of just like insanely powerful Eruption, I'm not going to complain about that. That's, especially if you get some like speed pass into that, that's, Scolipede makes everything just way scarier.
Yeah, power of Solar Beam every time.
Yeah. So next up, another draft reaching its conclusion. Bloodcrawler is rounding out his draft with Greninja. Oh, no. So 2 back-to-back just like insanely powerful picks. Beedrill, Greninja rounding out a draft. It's like, what more could you ask for? I think Greninja is pretty good here. It's like, it doesn't get either of those broken abilities like Protein or the anime ability, which why is that even real?
Anime ability.
It's just
that's really stupid.
Yeah, it's like what's the point? It's
He's
just
not even in the games.
Yeah, that's. I'll rant about that another time, but yeah, Greninja just gets the Torrent, but it's still pretty good, still fast. Stab Water and Dark, and Water Shuriken is a special type now, so it gets
they made it special now. They switched it, so
yeah, so that's
a little bit better. Yeah.
So yeah, thus concluding Bloodcrawler's draft.
Nice 16th.
Yeah, overall solid, really good offense, like bunch of bulky stuff.
That's actually pretty good. He's just dumb.
All right, next up, David is picking regular, regular Hoopa. So I guess you could call it Hoopa contained, or it's Hoopa less weird looking. But yeah, it's I've seen like Scarf Hoopa, like Scarf Shadow Ball do really well before. It's not it still hits hard. It's nothing to just like kind of forget about.
Yeah, it's a good breaker. It's terrifying.
Yeah, but it has the worst typing, and like Hoopa Weird is like Ghost and Dark or Psychic Dark, but this one's like
Psychic Dark is way better than Psychic Ghost because you're double weak to Ghost and Dark, which is bad.
So not the best typing in the world, but still hits really hard.
Yeah.
So another draft, concluding is Dolphin's last pick is Ambipom.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so it's Ambipom's, it's half decent. It's pretty fast. It gets Technician is a really good ability, but I know some people just like really don't like Ambipom. I was a huge fan of it in Gen 4, but since then I haven't really touched it, so it, depends on what you like.
End game.
Yeah.
It's alright. Gets like gunk shot and stuff. Has decent coverage.
Yeah, so, you know.
Good speed here.
Not the worst thing to end a draft with. It's definitely like a very last round pick, but...
Yeah, for sure.
So next up, Joey is picking up Malmar, which is another Psychic Dark type. That's right. But yeah, Malmar's kind of weird. Like even its debut in Gen 6, people like started trash talking it immediately.
Dude, that's one where it's like I don't know how people figured out how to evolve it.
Yeah,
you had to hold your DS upside down. What the fuck?
Oh.
Thing's level 70. People are like, what do I do?
We've got a wild Gray in the chat. So everyone in the chat, call Gray a nerd because Gray's a nerd. Just say, hey nerd.
Which prime? What a sucker. Alright.
Yeah. Alright. So next up is Brett's final pick in Rhydon. Yeah.
Good lord.
So Rhydon, it's for 4 points, it's not awful.
Yeah, Rhydon's fine.
It's already like it's already a great Pokemon, and the fact that it can use Eviolite. It's a solid Pokemon, not bad for 4 points. Not, super redundant with this draft. It wasn't like already super weak to grass or water, but yeah. Not awful. So thus concluding Brett's draft right here. Going with the 10 points.
Yeah, 16.
All right, next up, Brandon is going with Mega Medicham.
Ooh hoo hoo.
So,
power.
Yeah, it's power. So yeah, he's got 2 points left now. But Medicham is just like...
Who said Brandon needed more offense? He found it.
Who said that? Yeah, Medicham. it is still like a little bit... Well, base 100 speed isn't slow. It's still a fantastic wall breaker.
Yeah.
But this is like, what, his second or third fastest thing on his team?
Yeah, it's he has Lycanroc Day at 112, Fun DT at 101, and this at 100.
Yeah, so kind of weird speed tiers. But yeah, Mega Medicham, that's nothing to what do you call it? Don't underprep for this. It's spooky.
Okay.
Wait, no, we already went over that pick. Did the wrong arrow. So yeah, next pick is I picked type Null.
So that's a fat man.
That is a fat man. So a few times in this draft stream, I have trash talk Pokemon's designs, and this is the worst of the worst. But I
love this thing.
It's just like, oh god, it's the worst. But I still picked it because like bulky normal type, it can like Eviolite with like 95 defenses. That's pretty insane. It's got a really great support move pool too.
Yeah, it's unfortunate it doesn't get Parting Shot. If it did, it'd be like twice as good. Yeah, but it still gets a lot of good moves.
Yeah, it's got a lot of great support, and it's like it just takes hits for days.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like fit perfectly budget that I wanted because I wanted 12 points for something spicy later.
What is this thing's ability?
I don't know. I should know that, right?
Right, because I know obviously like the other one, Silvally changes types, but I don't know what this thing does.
It's probably something weird that I'm never gonna. Anyway, next pick, Gremlin is going to grab Gligar. So Gligar is an interesting Eviolite user.
Can't be crit.
It's
good call.
Yeah, pretty bulky.
Yeah, you just gotta make sure if you drop it, you don't bring it to a battle later.
Oh, for sure.
No, Gligar is actually really annoying to deal with. It's decent. I don't like it personally, but like I don't like facing it either. So
yeah, it's annoying. It can still get 2-hit KO'd by Embor's Head Smash or Flare Blitz.
That's all that matters.
So, that's all that matters. All right, next pick. Ellie got Girder for 3 points. So
that's a budget pick.
Definitely a budget pick, but at the same time, it's like Ellie still has 1 point. So we should all be a little bit scared right now.
That's rough.
Like, Girder's a good Pokemon, gets Eviolite, it's still, you know, decent typing, but the fact that Elliot
It's
still
doable.
left herself with 1 point, that's makes me worried.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see later.
Girder's okay.
All right, next up, Toxapex.
So that's a late pick.
That's a late pick. So I just have one question for everyone in D2, including myself. Who let him have this? Like, oh, jeez. I've used Toxapex Hippowdon as a wall core in a league before, and it's actually really good. Like, they're both insanely good, like, on the physical and special side. Yeah, Toxapex is just
looking over there.
Yeah.
We may see in one of the divisions Toxapex doing some work. But you have to wait to see.
We may see. Yeah, and for this late in the draft, it's really good. His team's just super bulky, and he's got 1 point left. So what?
Oh.
Okay. All right, next pick. Someone. I don't know who. I don't know who in D2 is like so let. Who let Ian get Salamence this late in the draft?
Just throw it in.
Just okay. Yeah, the gentleman's round 10 Salamence on top of already what I think is the most disgusting draft on here. Yeah, Clefable, Jirachi, Salamence as your Fairy Steel Dragon core. Like
that's a Z user too.
Yeah,
100%.
Oh geez, it's so just wow. I'll once I start prepping for this team, I'll just just go to the bathroom and vomit. That's all that can really be done, right? Yeah. Pretty much. And still got 2 points left over, so could still see some spice.
Look out!
Watch out! Getting close to the end of round 10, although some people's drafts have already concluded. Shade picks up Regirock. Regirock, I think, is super underrated. It doesn't get any recovery, but it doesn't, like, it's so defensive that it's like...
I like Regirock, it's good.
Yeah,
pain in the ass.
It's good, it's a pain in the ass, it does a lot
Base
of
100 attack, can't sleep on that.
Oh, so anyone who's watching this draft instead of the GBA draft, you guys are awesome, because this league is like way better than the GBA. I don't know what happened to GBA, but it's like
GBA's dead.
I haven't watched it in like the last 3 seasons. It's been dead for a while. This is the new league.
Versus Nick one.
Yeah. Anyway, so next pick, rounding out the this isn't rounding out his team yet. Moki Wolf gets Blissey.
Wait a second.
Exactly. It's like Goodra, Florges, Blissey, just ugh.
Yeah, it's almost like you set up one Sword Stance and you beat this whole team. I don't know though.
Yeah, it's got a lot of special bulk to be sure. Like this team is just so fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid. Like the gentleman's late round.
Tracheon beats this team though.
Yeah, Tracheon beats every team.
It's all good.
All right, and rounding out the round, and Danny is finishing his draft with Electros.
Ooh.
So yeah, still had 1 point left over, but decided not to get a meme, which that's like 16th on the power rankings IMO, but.
Dude, the memes only help you. That's more type coverage. It's like 30% of your score.
Yeah, so interesting way to round out the draft. I think it's solid. This is solid team overall. There are a few people who have finished their drafts, but this one's looking really scary for sure. But yeah, so that concludes round 10. So a lot of teams have finished now. So still some really great picks at the end. Like we've got like round 10 Salamence, Blissey, Mega Medicam. Some really solid picks this late in the draft, which is
Right.
yeah, solid.
Hopefully the vacuuming doesn't show up anymore.
The what?
So hopefully my mic isn't picking up the vacuuming in the background.
I don't hear any, but either way, it's like
Girder's busted.
We're getting towards the end, so a lot of round 11. We're gonna see a lot of conclusions to drafts. Like we've already seen a few people finish up, but we're gonna see even more. So yeah, let's see how people finish out the draft.
Salamence is so good.
Oh god, the gentleman's round 10 Salamence. So yeah. Danny
Pennywise
finished up with Electros. He would have the wheel, but does not now. So our next pick is Belky with Scrafty, finishing out his draft as such. It's a pretty interesting Pokemon. Like, you know, got some good abilities with like Shed Skin, Intimidate. I think it gets Moxie
yeah,
too.
good setup.
Decent setup.
Yeah, all 3 abilities are really good.
Yeah, and my music decided to stop
You can
playing.
bulk up, you can Dragon Dance.
Yeah, it's got a lot of things going for it. 6 points, not the worst in the world. Yeah, good way to...
Yeah. Just make a note that Victini is the fastest Pokemon on this team.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Trick Room.
Yeah, Trick Room team for sure, if there ever was one.
Yeah, yeah, without a Trick Room user.
Alright, so Shade is finishing up his team here. Final pick for 2 points. He's grabbing Butterfree. So, Butterfree is 2 points. It's more of a meme than anything. It's like, it doesn't really do much.
You never know.
You never know. I mean...
Lead.
So... Yeah,
Sleep Powder, Quiver Dance, go Berserk.
Yeah, no kidding. So yeah, that's rounding out Shade's draft, which is overall really solid. It's got a lot of bulk, some decent offense here. You know, when you got like Latias, Infernape, Regirock, and set up with Butterfree and stuff. So yeah, overall pretty solid.
It's a very unique draft. I haven't seen anything like this, but I do like it.
Yeah, I think it overall turned out pretty well. So next is Ian is finishing up his draft. 2 points for Heatmore, kind of like a budget fire type, finishing out his draft. You know, because you got a Roserade, Blastoise, and it's like, just pick the cheapest fire type that I can. Don't really know what Heatmore can do, but
I like Heatmore.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting pick, but all things considered, like this is probably the most disgusting draft that we've got in D2, which already has some insane drafts.
Yeah, it's pretty spooky.
Yeah, it's but this draft is like if
Gremlin.
Oh, that's interesting. Fire type move that 100% lowers defense. All right, yeah, it could be brought in this league, but he could bring it a couple weeks. But it's like the rest of how powerful his team is, I don't know. We'll see. All right, so next up, Will is finishing up his team with Parasect. He had 1 point and went with Parasect, which is 4 times weak to like how many things? Like flying,
every move in the
fire.
game.
It's every move in the game.
Technically, like 6 times weak to fire or something because of dry skin.
Yeah, it's kind of insane, but. Yeah, for a meme, like, all right, the gentleman's Parasect meme, that's pretty interesting.
Team's not bad.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, that's Will's draft. It's got a lot of powerful things. It's really, really fat, and it's got Mega Mawile. So, oh yeah, Shroom Raver, shout out to the Parasect. But honestly, like, I was expecting, Will, I was expecting you to get Phanpy. I was kind of disappointed when you didn't.
That's true.
So just gonna say that.
Yep, that's the 16th easy.
No Phanpy? 16th.
Yep.
Speaking of memes, so Ellie picked Shelmet. Yep. And there are a lot of points in Ellie's draft that I was like, oh geez, that's scary. Oh geez, that's gross. But it's like, Shelmet, coming in hot. Round 11 Shelmet. It's like, it's over. It's
Shelmet
done.
6-0s.
Shelmet 6-0s everything, so... Yeah, Ellie's draft is just insane. So good job drafting.
This is really good.
Yeah. I surrender too. This is just wow.
Mm-hmm.
All memes aside, this is a fantastic draft, and just a lot of really good things on it.
Yeah. If only someone drafted Articuno, that's a free one.
For real. Yeah, no one drafted Articuno. It's like a free win versus every team. So, yeah. All right. So next up, Gremlin is rounding out his draft with Palpitoad. 2 points for not quite as good as Palpitoad, or this is Palpitoad, but Seismitoad is what it evolves into, right?
Oh, look at that little man.
Yeah, no kidding. It's so yeah, that's Gremlin's draft. Pretty solid overall. Palpitoad is a little bit redundant, but for 2 points, it's like, got a really good decent ground type. But you already had a ground type and a water type. Could have gotten a meme like a Yanma. So
Palpitoad's pretty much it's just like a 2-point meme.
Yeah.
You can run Rain though with Tornadoes. I guess.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Swift Swim for 2 points. Yeah, why not? All right, and I am rounding out my draft with Mega Steelix.
Oh, that's a meme.
Yeah, for sure. That's the best meme pick that there is, right?
Yeah.
I really wanted Mega Aggron, so I got the next best thing in Mega Steelix. And it's basically made of Nightmares with base 230 defense. And fun fact, Mega Steelix has a higher base attack than Weavile.
Baby.
I think it's got either
130.
It's 125. It's either this or Tyrantrum has the highest base attack on my entire team.
Ooh.
Or it might be Landorus, but that's always special anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Landorus is
technically a Azumarill.
Technically, if you want to get all technical about it by this, Steelix hits like a truck, and it takes hits for days.
Yeah. So my only advice with Mega Steelix is don't leave it in on a Nidoking.
Yeah, well, I'll forget how to play Pokemon with it somehow. So. Alright, anyway, so we're getting close to the end. So most people have finished their draft already. Everyone up to this point, including Brandon, picking up Spinda for 1 point. I love all the memes this round. Like, we got the Parasect, we got the, what do you call it? Shelmet, now Spinda.
Dude, that's a Rapid Spinner.
Yeah, for sure. Rapid Spinner, which, you already have Tapu Fini with Defog. I guess you need Roxgon really bad with Thundurus, but yeah, Spin Dab for sure.
No good Tipsy.
Alright, so next pick is, we already did Rhydon. Cryogonal, rounding out Joey's draft. Still had 2 points left over. You could have, gotten a meme. Yanma's still on the board, everyone.
We don't even count drops towards your transaction limits, so it wouldn't even hurt you if you picked up a meme. Just drop it.
Yeah, for sure. Still good things on the board, but Cryogonal for 5 points is pretty good. Levitate, Ice Shard, Speedy. You got a good ice type on this team now, so. Yeah, overall solid draft right here. Dolphin already finished his draft with Ambipom, and David is finishing his draft with Carbink for 2 points. The super budget DNC. Yeah, Carbink isn't awful. Sturdy.
It's okay.
It's got rocks, it's got screens, it's got explosion. Yeah, it can do a thing or two.
Jesus Christ, Charlie.
Yeah, Carbink is a little bit too powerful. That'd be a bit painful, I think. Yeah, it somehow is worth more points than Shelmet. Well, it's not bad. You should never sleep on a Carbink at all.
Yeah.
All right. Bloodcrawler already finished his draft with Greninja, J-Law with Typhlosion. So Spanik is going to grab Lucario for 14 points as his 11th Mon. So he still has 2 points left, but and he gets the wheel, so it's like he's the only team that's not done with the draft right now, but he's got the wheel, so he's going to finish his draft next pick anyway. Yeah, this Lucario, late round, it's pretty good. Not a bad Pokemon, good offensive typing. You can do Sword Stance or Nasty Plot, and it's got a lot of good coverage and stuff.
To be Vacuum Wave.
Yeah, I don't understand why they invented Vacuum Wave just for Lucario when Mach Punch already existed. It's like, was that really necessary? But
Right.
yeah.
It's all good.
All right,
Are you
anyway.
slurping back there?
No, I'm just staying hydrated. You know, had to give myself like 2 gallons of water for this stream because I've been talking for 2 hours straight. Well, 2.5 hours now, and I'm kind of sick, but I'm powering through this anyway.
Out of control. It's great, man.
All right, so round 11 was pretty interesting. So it's like coming towards the end. There's still some pretty powerful picks at the end. Some memes as well. It's like you got things like Steelix and Shelmet, which are like way too powerful, and then things like Spinda, Parasect, Heatmore.
Powerful memes right there.
Yeah, powerful memes right there. So not an awful round. Lots of people's drafts are done now. So yeah. Final pick is coming in just a minute here.
Did you have to make a whole new graphic for this?
For what?
For this last round of one pick?
Well, I did, but I'm probably not going to use it. But yeah. So last pick is Dwosian. So
Hey-o.
yeah, there it is. Final pick. Spanix team is done now. 2 points. Not an awful bulky psychic type to get there.
I got rocked by a Dwosian in another league because I forgot to bring Drapion.
Oh, geez, that
It was bad.
So yeah, that concludes it, guys. All the picks are done. Spanix, was the
Dwosian's not bad.
final pick. Oh yeah, that's you see, we get to the very first pick now. That's the last pick. So yeah, all these teams are really powerful. Like, not gonna lie, there's some really gross teams, some absolutely vomit-inducing teams, and some there isn't one that's bad. It's like there's nothing that's 17th place in the power rankings, I'd say.
No. Blood got 18th because he's being a jerk.
Yeah, for real. So yeah, thanks to everyone for tuning into the draft stream. I'm glad we had more than like 2 or 3 viewers this entire time.
Yeah, dude, we were double digits the whole time.
Yeah,
Easy
that's kind of amazing. Like my first time properly streaming, and it's successful. So thanks to everyone for tuning in. Everyone from D2, go ahead and upload your draft analyses. We would love to see all of those. And everyone watching, like, go ahead and check out everyone's stuff on YouTube if you're doing stuff. Like, I'm gonna be doing uploading all my battles on YouTube as well. I don't know how to put my links and stuff on Twitch, but my name's Trogaholic. I'm on Twitter too. Most people are on Twitter. So yeah, go check out everyone's stuff, and yeah, it's gonna be a fantastic season. I'm gonna love prepping for all these teams and stuff, and looking forward to the power rankings as well. Wayne, you're doing power rankings, right?
Yeah. Check me out on SoundCloud.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm gonna be putting this up onto the official PTL YouTube channel as well, for everyone who was unable to tune into the stream to watch it. 2.5 hours isn't bad for a draft stream. That's totally watch. It's not like I rambled on for 4 hours. I would have died. Jeez.
Yeah. And there's probably like a solid 10 minutes total of awkward silences, but that's all good.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm gonna get out of here now and just cough my brains out because that's how I feel right now. So yeah, stay tuned for draft analyses. Stay tuned for week 1 power rankings. All the awesome stuff that we're doing with this league.
Baby.
So yeah, see everyone later. Thanks for tuning in again.
Thank you.
All right, bye everyone.
Goodbye. All right.